reckon my audio levels are all over the place, you know. I reckon they're well out of whack. Hello! Saturday, innit? Yeah, Saturday, and some trains and some planes and some other business. Let's have a look and see where the hellos began. I'm going to start with Dave. Yeah, we'll go with Dave and Tom and Rude and Lix and Jeff Freud, Steady Bob, High Post Centre, Sleepyhead, Menso, Techie, Tim, Michelle, Alex Sterloin, Rusty, Red Shark, Mr. Wibble, Jibber, Mr. B, Jezza, Wolfgang, David, Major High Drama, The Quiltless, Richard and Peter and Pauper J and Mrs. Binnacle, Yorkshire Phaser and Skip, who's on duty to keep order, and Rod and Gordon, Liam and Eileen, Martin, Pink Suit Guy, Black and Sky, Tez again, maybe, Kareni and the Eutectic Point and Jones, Ezzy and Richard, Binnacle, Lady Katie Louise, Errant Sword and Michiel and Flopmeister Richard, and you see, now we've got the scroll pop. Okay, some things never change. Nick and Dralu and well over 50, Orion, Hatchie, the Great Chili Shaker, Niall, Bristol Boy Average, John, Tallis, Wayne, Mike, Tom, Pioneer, Grumpy Bot, Raging Lightning. Why not? We had Raging Lightning here last night. Julius Hardware and Jadine, Rude, Mike, Gordon, Peter, Stephen, Borg, William, Keith, Floody, who's been a member for 10 long months. It's a long time. Andrew and Artificial, Paddy, Lee, David, Diet, Raid, and Nick. Although I've said hello to a lot of Nicks this evening. And Leon. Hello, Leon. Eric and his sea apes. His sea apery. That would be bees. I'd rather think it would be. Let me know if the audio is out of whack. New software, not 100% on it yet. It works pretty well. But I've got some tweaks probably need making. I've got my laptop here and that's getting in the way. It's no, I'm just gonna deal with it. Just live with it. Just handle that thing. Big Galar's here, so is Farmer Dad and Matt. On Lixwolf's been a member for 22 long months. You've got a button and pressed it, because what else are you going to do with a button? And Real McCall, who has been in for 16 long months. Thank you very much. Your support is very, 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 very much appreciated. Sweeney's here. Thank you, Lee. Lee's given feedback on the sound and says it sounds good. Here is the map. For it is the map. Let us review what I have yet to do on this map here that we're looking at for probably the last time. Do you want to speed run the last passenger route? Not really. All right, it might be the last time. We'll see. We'll see. I might do just a smidge more, but we'll see. Rusty's been in for 54 long months, which is the best membership ever. Well, I'm going to make it better still. I've got ideas that I have been cooking. They've been in the blender. I've poured them into a pan. The oven's heating at the moment. So, yes, as I was saying, we've got the Citadel, which needs a bit of New Mongolia link up. Yeah, you've got Metropolis. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Stegoland, and then Hill Valley. Hill Valley has, at the moment... You got a station? That looks like a station to me. Oh, yeah, you did something clever with that. Yeah, it's an underground beast. Didn't you touch this in the last thing and even set up... I did. I set up a trailing line. See? I remember things. Tez has slung a tenner in a bucket. Thanks, Tez. Happy early-ish birthday. It's early birthday. Friday. Spend it on something nice or some better software. Don't need better software. I've got good software. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Pioneer's been in for 64 long months, and you found the button and you pressed it some. Tom has pressed his 61-month button, because every month gets a button, so I've heard. And that's super. Yeah, good. And Ezzy's been in for 9 long months. Crikey, so many long months. Yeah, so many. Right, so yeah. So that's the passenger route that I need to concoct later. But first, we're going to do something, air transport freight something. And here's the airport as featured in the last Well, this is what I built in the last exclusive backers exclusive, I think. At least some of this. But nothing flies from it as yet. Is this a passenger airport? Is this a freight airport? I don't know. You've done something here, and I'm not entirely sure what it is that you've done. It all looks jolly mysterious. What is this? what have I built here? Well, I mean, that says that it's a freight airport, so that's a tram terminal. I guess it does. You know what? I'm gonna set up a quick passenger line, just to see if it will actually handle passengers. Yeah, because I'm not certain. It certainly looks like it wants to. But we'll fling passengers up to our existing airport. If you notice frame rate drops, that's the game. We've reached that stage of the game where it starts getting right busy. So give me that. Yeah. This is going to be Ank to Ovsi. What would I have called it? Ovcity, maybe. Yeah. Air tourism. Okay. Yeah. Maybe some people will want to go to Ov City. Who knows? Wolfgang's been in for 41 long months. He stabbed a button, and then you're visiting Lunma, which is former Ravenfeather in Germany. Super. Synestesia's been in for 60 long months, and that's a nice round number, and that's a nice round button that you have discovered that you can press. And the brother Kane has been in for 17 long months. Early happy Father's Day. Well, we'll see whether the children are up to the job or not. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether the children are worthy or not tomorrow, I suppose. It's a bit early this year, Father's Day. Yeah, because Father's Day typically is the Sunday that is closest to my birthday. But it seems to be a week early this week, so this year. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? Right, let's buy a thing, stick it in the air, and deploy it accordingly. Ooh, we could chuck a DC-4 up there. I mean, that might be a bit overkill. Yeah, what have we got for cargo airplanes? You've got the Skytrain. Well, we use the Skytrain for the freight action. I don't know where the second airport's going to go yet. I haven't even momentarily thought about it. You got 15 capacity, obviously. Dakota. Yeah. Dakota is my homeboy. Yeah, no, we'll have them. We'll chuck a DC-4 up there. Just give me the one. Thank you. Right, and then let's slap that on the air tourism route. Now, I'm going to need to set up all the connections down the... right? But I figure we'll fly out there first and then peruse our options once we get there. Right, presumably you've got all these people going like, oh, where's that going? That's a much nicer aeroplane than that Russian thing that we're flying on. Yeah. There we go. Right. No one wants to get on. Nobody booked tickets for this flight. They were all willfully unaware that this was a possibility. Let's try and get ourselves a pleasing angle with which to view this bad boy. This feels like, where's takeoff going to be? Probably about there. We'll get just underneath it, I reckon. All right. Well, let's see how she goes. Well, hold on. We could do a bit of this. Give me a bit of that. Yeah. All right. And then give me a bit of this to get down even lower. See, pro hacks these days. Pro hacks. Proest of hacks. There are more pro hacks as well, but I'm not going to show you those. Right. Here we go. That is quite pleasing. Nose lift. Oh, just barely. Okay, we missed it. But I mean, Sailor V, Sailor Gare, Sailor many a thing. Right, get back to work. There you go. Right, let's hook on, and then let's find ourselves a nice sidelong view there. Show you all the hacks. I could show you some hacks. I might do later on though. I might. Not today. No. If I was going to show off some pro hacks, I would do it as part of my my employment, and we'd have a jolly good time doing that together. So so that would work as well. Noni's been a member for 42 long months. Flipping heck, Noni, good job. Ich ha found the button. So you have. He's doing very well, is Noni. Multi-trilingual, undoubtedly. Multi-trilingual, semi-trilingual, perhaps. Speaks half of 3 languages. Yeah. Right, who else have we got in here? Pipeline says, hello, sir, lovely to hear your voice. Lovely to have you here, hearing my voice. If that's the thing that you like. You almost got something very different today, you know. Almost. I was umming and ahhing about which gut. That's a nice view. That's a very nice view. I like that. It's a nice skybox as well. Authentic, one might say. Yeah, no. Do you not have any pro hacks for this? Not as such, no. Okay, alright. Well, what have we got going on down there? Not a lot. Okay, we're just going to stare at the underside of a plane. Yeah, yeah. Well, why not? I mean, those engines do appear to be smoking quite a bit, but there you go. Yeah, it's a good work project. A series of official tutorials. Oh yeah. Oh, Noni's actually got he's semi-hexalingual. Impressive, Noni. All right, there's no need to flex quite so large, making me look like I'm English, frankly. We've got this one language. It's ridiculous, but you know, it's one of the things that we've given the world, and everybody kind of goes, "This language is stupid." You know, yeah, it really is. But you can use the words in more or less any order, and people have a fair idea of what you're on about. That's its only real strength. Where have I been? Where haven't I been? Ah, there you go. Blackadder quote for you there. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, that camera angle is not giving. There you go. That's a little better. Now you've ruined it for everybody. Get in there. Right. Pull out just a smidge there. Ah, you'll do. Okay. Where have I been? I took a month off. In order to reconstitute myself, get some ideas, and do some stuff with things. So I've done all of that, and now I'm back. In fact, I was back last week. But you went like, oh, spaceships. Can't be doing spaceships. You almost got zombies this week, almost, and you almost got farming. Almost got zombies, didn't get either. You got trains, and in this case, an aircraft. He said it's a long way down here. This is quite the merry jaunt we're on, and I mean, I'll answer your random questions from the chat until we land, because I do feel like going the entire length of the map. Because why not? Because it's a big old map. Yeah. Oh look, there's Wizard Hole down there. Yep. The traffic jam that is Wizard Hole. Yeah, super. Yeah, it's nice. It's all good. Good. Everything. In fact, it's all very good. Farming zombies? No, not farming zombies. Are we nearly there yet? We are nearly there, Tom. You're okay. It's going to be fine. Don't you worry. You got a bit excited when you saw the TF3 trailer. It's only an announcement trailer, though, isn't it? It's only an announcement trailer. You know, not in-game footage in it. No. How's Jeff been for the last month? He's been fine. He's taken to hang around out next year. When's the next video due out? When it's done. When I've finished it. Yeah. I haven't finished it yet. I'm no longer putting out videos on a regular basis, but I will be streaming every week. Instead, I'm doing videos that I am inspired by, and I will put those out when I've completed them. There we go. Here we are. It means it's coming. Yes, it does. Yes, Transport Fever 3 is definitely on the way. I've played it. I've actually played it quite a lot. Have I found a B activity? No, but not allowing myself to be bludgeoned to death by the A activity is that was the smart thing. Instead, oh, hold on. Now, hopefully we'll fly outside of the map rather than through that smidge of cliff. There, don't fly through the cliff. I'll have to flipping terraform it. I mean, I've got billions in the bank. Flying outside the map, like the Langoliers, is totally acceptable. But flying through the cliff is... oh, look at the strata. Is not. You've left your descent a bit late. Oh, we've disappeared into a nether realm there. Let's get in behind. Be ready on the pause button. Okay, all right. Yeah, no, it's mandatory. Got to be done. Got to be done. Got to be done. Got to be done. I am very happy for my aircraft to dangerously skirt the top of things, but we do not clip through anything if we can avoid it. Dangerously skirting things makes you think, ooh, expert pilot, you're going to hit that one as well. Expert pilot. Clipping straight through it, you think everybody has come out of this plane a little shaken up. Here we go, a little bit further forward. That all looked good. Yep, no further strikes. Have I been able to see actual gameplay? I've been able to play actual gameplay. I've played a lot of actual gameplay. And it's not even finished. So there you go. Bulldoze. No bulldoze. Right, good. There we go. Could I nudge myself up on the screen a little? No. I'm fine where I am. You don't need to see how much money I've got. Because all you need to know is I've got all the money. All of it. I've got... Our current bank balance is 7.8 billion. 7.2 billion. And it's going the right way. So... yeah. It just keeps getting bigger. Right, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's a nice... what a nice terminal I've built. Oh, I see. So I've got my cargo terminal over here. And I've got my passenger terminal here. Oh, how delightful. Well, that's rather nice. Did you pick up any passengers there? No, you didn't. Okay, well, maybe it will later on. All these things are good. Will AI make games work easier or get devs fired? Yes. That's to both. Yeah, no, it's not far off either. If you've been, I mean, if you follow games news, you will know already that quite a lot of people who work in the games industry have been not so much keeping hold of their jobs as of late. Quite a few places, you know, downsizing and reducing headcounts and all of that kind of thing. And there's multiple reasons why that's occurred. I mean, you've got over-expansion because several foolish companies who should... well, I don't need to remain nameless. It's most of them. Most games companies gambled on the fact that because so many more games were sold during the lockdown period of existence, that is what would be normal from there on in. And it wasn't a blip because everybody was locked inside, and instead it was going to be normal. Floody asks, will Transport Fever have multiplayer? Floody, am I going to answer that question on a kernel failure live stream if it hasn't been announced one way or the other on a official channel? Just ponder that for a moment. I'm not telling you anything you don't already need to know. You don't already know. I'm not telling you anything now that I haven't told you already on an official channel. Other than that I've played it, but I think I can probably get away with that. I mean, you'd be quite surprised if I hadn't. Right, now, anyway, back, concentrate. Yeah, so people who are, studios that are downsizing at the moment, it's one part, they overstaffed as a result of lockdowns blip. It's one part, there are too many games. There are too many games. Way too many games. Way too many. So many games, and nobody has time to play all of them. And if you get a game that goes like, here, this is your next 1,000 hours occupied. Well, back in the era where games were on average 20 to 30 hours long, you've just eaten up, I can't be bothered working it out, a lot of that time. The amount of time that people spend playing games has never been higher. The number of games people actually play has never been lower. I have no empirical data to back any of that up, but the fact is that I mean, just take something like Fortnite, for example. I don't care whether you like it or not. The fact of the matter is that people are pouring thousands, if not tens of thousands of hours into that, rather than buying a game. And that's then supported through the sale of oddities and skins and access passes and all of that kind of caper. A live service game. I don't care if you like them or not. That's not the point. The point is, it is a total time vampire. Total time vampire. So yeah, so there you go. So right, George Street is number 1. St. John Street is number 6. So we will switch from that. We'll add, bing, 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 this one of City Central. Perfect. Now, I think we've also got, knowing me, I think I actually did a clockwise and an anti-clockwise route. You look like you're going anti-clockwise. Oh, no, you're going clockwise. That one looks like he's going anti-clockwise. Well, what? I know what I'm talking about. Right, give me that. Yeah. And then you go Stanley Road, George Street. After George Street, let's insert, no, you see, because you're moving the camera on keys you don't usually use. It was because I'm hutched all the way over here in order to get the green screen in. Yeah, so that's parts 1 and 2 of why places are downsizing. The other one, of course, is that projects are getting cancelled all over the place because people are making games and they've worked out, don't bother trying to compete on live service games. Now, back in the day, you used to have, from major publishers, right? Ignore indies, right? For this next moment of knowledge drop. Used to have AAA games, which is the amount of money spent on making those games. And that money goes on people. People, first and foremost. They would then have a marketing budget that was commensurate with the amount of sales expected, which is a AAA game, you expect extremely high sales. And the likely popularity of it. Sometimes you have a AAA game, you think, yeah, this isn't going to come off. Let's not sink too much in it, but we'll do what we can. But then below that, so you would have your company, your big multinational games publisher, would have 3, 4, 5 AAA games that you'd release each year, right? If you were, obviously I experienced this at EA and then again at Sony and then again at Activision, and it just started changing while I was at Activision, where you'd have big banner titles. Some of them were annualized releases, some of them weren't, but they're what pay the bills, right? Below that, you get AA games. Martin, I'm going to disagree with you in just a moment. AA games were where your next AAAs came from, because you would have you go, well, this is quite a strong idea. Right, we'll give you a moderate amount of money to make this thing happen. Where did the money go? People. It all went on people. And some of them would win and make their money back and make a bit of a profit, or make a lot of a profit if you got it right. Some of them, not so much. I'm going to ride a tram while I finish off this little narrative moment, and then we'll move on to something else. And then I need to work out where I'm putting this freight airport. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then beneath that you would have single A games. Now, single A games were, you've got a tiny little budget, tiny one, tiny little budget, and that was, it's a side project for some devs that you like and already have a relationship with, or it's a developmental project to find the next tier of devs that you think you're going to work with, or it was a nice little indie summon that you would that you'd bring in, and you know that, and from there maybe you would find, you know, someone would do a nice indie game. This tram has been running a while, hasn't it? You'd find a team that you thought, you guys have got some, let's do it, and we'll sling some money at you. How do you fancy making a double A? And that was the kind of the talent progression system that existed in the industry. And what started happening is that big super publishers realised that actually the hit-miss ratio on single and double A was all over the place, and that they were making all of their money from triple A's. Why are we making this other stuff, particularly with the annualised releases? So you would gradually, they started compressing down, and this started happening in around 2010, 2011, 2012, something like that. And that's led to where we are now, and it happened alongside the big surge coming in indie games as the democratization of game engines really started to bite. So I'm thinking Unity, I'm thinking Unreal Engine, when they went out, flipping heck, this is a slope. This is not safe. My goodness me. No, you're gonna have skateboarders bombing the hill there and getting underneath the wheels of your tram, and then your service will be late. So yes, there's that. Right? So that was how it used to be. And then the live service games started coming around. And the first ones, which I'm going to describe as the early mover advantage, were successful, and they snagged players. Think of things like World of Tanks, or League of Legends, or this or that, or Thing of Doodah. Sucking in a heck of a lot of players, and now they're playing thousands, tens of thousands of hours and never playing anything else. And the big companies all went, you know what, we should have one of them. We should have at least one of them. This is where EA is classic. EA's move is really good. Is they spot a really successful boat leaving and go, oh, we should be on that. So yeah, if a boat has just left, EA is guaranteed to jump on it. And there you are. Yeah, Kevin slung a 20 in the bucket. Thanks, Kev. It's a late ticket purchase. It's not late, Kev. You're fashionably on time. There's 6 whole people riding on this tram. I don't know why I bother. The best time to do trams is at the start, when you're doing city to city trams. Right, what do we got here? Now, we could just do machines. I bet I built this so that it got catchment. I bet I did. It has. They're not tools. It says machines. Sure, it's tools. No, tools is the spanner. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now, I've also got a truck there. Yes. So we could bring in plank and steel. Okay. Turn it into that and take them back out the other way. Right. So yes, so that's where we were. I'm going to continue because I'm enjoying the topic of conversation. We're going to go out and we're going to do something freight airport at the other end. Oh, we could bring in the lumber. In fact, I have set up a truck stop there and a truck stop here. Okay, it's nice CSIing your previous work and going, what was I thinking? And now it's starting to become more obvious what I was thinking. I could bring in logs and I could bring in steel and we could turn them into machines that we could just take those away again. Tipsy Jack has become a member of the Fail Brigade. Not for the first time. Welcome aboard, Tipsy Jack. Welcome back, Tipsy Jack. Lovely to have you here. Right, now, the best place for this freight airport is going to be near a port. Because, I mean, as you can see, we've got logs, we've got steel. Have we got room for an airport? No. We have. Yeah, oh, come off it. Don't make me re-engineer this again. Have you ever done a train line over the top of an airport? Yeah. Yeah, I've done that loads of times. I mean, I've done that so often. It's become a cliche at this point. Yeah. Am I going to play Big Ambitions again? They've updated it a lot. Well, they should have released it after they finished it then. You already know, Axel, you already know the answer. I never go back and replay games. Never. I never go back and replay games. I stand by that. Or certainly, small caveat, I never go back and replay games unless I really hadn't finished it in the first place and I wanted to go back and play some more. No, I never go backwards. If I've played... What I'm... if you're paying attention there, games developers of the world, if you're putting out an early access release, that is the only time I'll cover it. You kind of go, we've got a new patch. I go, too late. I've moved on. I no longer care. I played it when it was in its crappiest possible state, and now you only have yourselves to blame about not getting any further coverage. Yeah, but we were told it was a really good marketing way of getting multiple. It's a lie. You get my interest once. No chance of RimWorld. Every chance of RimWorld. Every. You know, the thing that's stopping me doing RimWorld, Nick, is no bloody watches it. I love RimWorld, love it. I have a great time, but no one watches it. That you can take a divided by and apply that. Yeah, and I saw a bit that needed smoothing. And there you go. 11-Bit Studios released the alters this week. I was looking at that. It was on my wish list. I have since removed it from my wish list. So I went, oh, what else have 11-Bit Studios done? They did Frostpunk. I hated Frostpunk. Hated it. Hated it so much. And so I'm not... Because it does look good, you're not wrong. If you enjoyed Frostpunk, you probably will enjoy the alters. I hated Frostpunk, so I am not going back. Yeah. Yeah. You'd have enjoyed a News Tower revisit. Yeah, you Bob. It's just that. I would quite happily play another game that was set in the same vein that allowed me to throw a little bit more creativity at it, rather than just number goes up. I would rather have played something where I was choosing which news stories to run and the vein in which they were run and coming up with creative headlines. You know? Yeah. 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 Good. Right, now, who was it I was going to pick on? I can't remember who it was. You can wave your hand if you like, because I'm only going to partially pick on. Because your mileage may vary, and the statement was, and I'm paraphrasing based on what I interpreted that you'd wrote, there's never been a worse time to buy a AAA game in terms of value for money. It's not true. It's not true. AAA games are extraordinarily good. The good ones are extraordinarily good. You know what I include on extraordinarily good? FIFA, Call of Duty. Extraordinarily good. They are remarkably good games. You don't think they're remarkably good games because you already played them 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. You're bored of them, that's all. You can't expect the same game to tickle your fancy for quite so long, forever. No, you need fresh new things to keep you all excited and zesty. Now, this is where your mileage is going to vary, right? I evaluate Was that game worth the money? Oh, you're destroying this landscape by playing with the smoothing gun. Stop playing with the smoothing gun. Find somewhere for your airport. I always balance it. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed's a terrific game. It'll be more terrific if it's the first one you ever played. But if you've played loads of them, then why are you expecting to be blown away by it? It's, you know, it's not going to be radically different because they already know, hey, we've got a really good game here. Let's not throw it away. Let's instead pump them out, baby, and make some more. Because you don't need to train people on how to make one. You've already got the fundaments in place for how to turn it around. This is too far out. And you'd have to knock out an entire flaming mountain in order to do it. I am bringing trains out this way, though. Big mixed freight trains. No, it's not going to work. It's going to make your chain too long. Plus, you don't know where the machines are going. These machines, what I am about to create. Okay. I mean, down by the port here would be absolutely... Someone said an artificial island. There isn't room. This isn't wide enough an estuary for me to stick it in. Yeah, so you kind of go, yeah, but $70, you're having a laugh. You kind of go like, what's an acceptable price? And how do you measure that? It's a lot up front. I'm not saying it's not a big amount of money, but if these games are coming with the facility for you to play it for 50, 60, 70, 100, 200, 500, 1,000 hours, and you end up playing it for 1,000 hours. I mean, Call of Duty is a great example. People will play the campaign, get through that in a dozen hours, something like that. They'll then go do the zombies mode with their buddies, and they'll do that for 50, 60, 100 hours. They'll then go play multiplayer for 500, 600, 1,000 hours. Upgrade the existing airport. I could do, Floody, but I'm not going to. I want to stick it somewhere else, even if it's almost right next door. And therefore, I mean, you have to decide what value looks like. For me, it's always been about $1 an hour. If I get an hour's worth of entertainment out of a $1 spend, replace that with whatever currency you fancy. 1 rupee, no. Then I don't feel hard done by. The only time but I mean, I have a very different relationship with games than a regular gamer because I work on them, and then to compound matters, I record them. So to the extent that it almost doesn't matter how much it costs, except it does. It really, really does. And I'll explain why in a moment. If I had a good time playing it, and I had a good time making the video for it, and I think the video that came out of it was fun, price doesn't matter. There is an exception. I didn't buy Civ 6, not the current one, the one before. I'd bought every civilization that ever existed before that point, but the new one was $59.99. Now I know the new one, the previous one was $59.99, and I went like, come off it, get, flipping, just steady on. That's a lot. And the evaluation I went is, am I going to play it enough to justify that cost? And so I didn't buy it. The new one came out, and I think that's 70 quid or something like that. And I just went like, no, but I do quite fancy playing Civ. So I loaded up Civ 5 and I played that, and that got that out of my system. And there you go. I didn't think I would play it enough to justify paying for the game. So there you go. Yeah, so there you are. I mean, games are still cheap if you take inflation into account. It's yeah. I mean, I get that. I get the inflation argument. I really do. But I'm going to still say So it's subjective. You decide whether or not it feels like it's way too expensive. And that's going to come down to how much love am I going to get out of it? Have I played Space Engineers? Yes. I think I've probably got 100 and something hours in Space Engineers. Why not do a Space Engineers series? 2 reasons. Number 1, it takes too long to get anywhere. Right? It takes too long to do everything. It takes ages. I think I played it at launch. And number 2, nobody would watch it being played. I use nobody as an exaggeration in this case. Obviously, some people would watch it being played, but the majority of people would not. No. You fine people like things that are grounded in recent history, reality. That's what you like. So I'm going after games that are at least adjacent to that kind of setting or have a strong building component about them, and it's just not gonna work. Have I played Captain of Industry? Yes, I played it at launch and I bounced off it. Didn't even do a video. Didn't like it. I know loads of people say it's great, but I didn't like it. that was all. No, I'm sure the mechanics are good, but these days I want things to move a little bit more like they really move. I don't need it to be realistic, but I need it to have a nod towards realism a little bit. I think I've been spoiled by this and Workers and Resources. Yeah, abstract little tiny pixel trains. I can't get behind that anymore. Not as much as I used to. No. Yeah, good. Right. Oh, someone else asked earlier on, what do I think of Century of Steam? Nothing. It's not out yet. Will I be playing Century of Steam? It's really unlikely. It's really, really, really unlikely. Yeah, sorry about that, but really, 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 really unlikely. Right, I need to find somewhere to put this airport. Right. With good connectivity. Now, I'm not doing a connect up every single industry on the map. Only tedious people do that. I'm joking. I'm going for where can I get the bits that I need and then transport the bits that it makes in an ongoing fashion towards the places that want it. So fundamentally, we're going to be coming back with cogs. And what eats those? And am I supplying any to anywhere already? I've got a reasonable chunk of steam being... Hang on, there's some happening here, look. Not very many by the looks of it, down at Blackwater. Okay, so you are making cogs. Where are you getting your goods from? I haven't got a... Oh, no, you have got a train coming in. All right, you follow this line here. I remember making this. And you're using this port. Am I really? Yep. Pretty certain. I think it might even be this one here. The Heresy Rail Port Interchange. There's Heresy Machine Production, which for some reason is carrying con mats as well. Well, good times. William has slung $25 in the bucket. Thank you, William. Seemed like a good idea. You wanted to put your unused Cinema Go budget somewhere. Well, I am cinema, as you know. Except I'm not part of the Marvel franchise, which means, unlike cinema, I'm actually different. Yeah. No. Marvel could get in the bin. Too much. You've done too much Marvel. Stop it now. Put it away. They're going to go, well, we could just reboot Captain America again. Don't you bloody dare. You are not allowed to reboot anything until I'm dead. There you go. That'll be long enough. Yeah. Then you can reboot it. There's a whole century of movies you could go and reboot that are worthwhile and stay away from good movies. See, for example, The Crow. Dear, what were you thinking? I would entertain a remake of Dark City. but you've got to do it you've got to get someone good making it. What about Nolan? Nolan could do a decent Dark City. Yeah, but we don't want anybody who's been associated with DC or Marvel. Nolan has been associated with DC. He did Batman. Batman is excluded because it's not a DC movie. No, those are the Batman movies, and they were good. Yeah, there we are. Good. Right. Time and games is why you rarely buy a game at full price. Well, yeah, of course, that's what Steam sales are for. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, Wolf, Mr. Mountain. I had to block Heiss's channel. I can't watch him. I just can't watch him doing it. I can't. I'm sure he's lovely, and I'm sure he's a nice bloke. I'm certain of it, but I can't watch him. It makes me absolutely livid. Why? Why does it make it absolutely? Ooh, online drama. No, he's just so bloody enthusiastic about things. I can't live with it. I can't do it. No, because but because I don't get that enthusiastic about anything, it all feels fake. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure he genuinely is absolutely bubbling over at all that stuff. But no, can't I? No, it makes me want to throw things at things. Yeah, no, it's a me problem. It's a me problem, okay? That's all there is to it. Again, I'm sure he's lovely. Never met him, never spoke to him. But where are we putting this airport? Oh, for Christ's sake. I don't know. There's some steel. Lots of it, in fact. Are you getting... what sort of supply have you got coming in? Not bad as far as supply. How far would you have to fly? I have a feeling not very far. Certainly not far enough to warrant an airfield. Oh, bum. Go find another steel mill. All right, you've got forests all over the place that you're not using, so you could hook one of them up. Diet has chucked a fiver in a bucket. Genuine question: your 16-year-old is 46th in the world, second in the UK on Apex. Is he able to monetize this? What would you recommend? Okay, so is he able to monetize it? Yes, but. All right, and the but is, how good is he on camera? How good is he on a microphone? Right, that's what it comes down to. I mean, you can put together, you could put together, kill streak, win streak, montage type stuff, and that would probably work. You could do it as shorts, you could do it as Instagram, TikTok, that kind of thing. Go have a look at people who are big in other games. Go have a look at, world #1, that kind of stuff. Second thing to do is look into their esports program. As far as I recall, Apex Legends is a team game. Is he in a team? If not, go and find one. You use machines. Huh. All right, I think I've got a plan. Here we go. We're hooking up Bongolia to passengers. Pause. Bulldozer. Let's hit it. Shut up. Right. All right. We've got our end consumer here, and that's Poor Effect. All we've then got to do is find a means of bringing in some steel, and then we've got a ready-built G2G. Esports, yeah, go find an esports team, and get recruited onto them. Playing solo in a multiplayer game and being good at it. Well, okay, that's fine. But the esports competition will likely have prize competitions anyway. And if you get in with an established esports team who are multi-franchise, you can then, because those skills are all transferable, right? They can transfer into other action games quite readily, and as long as you're keeping the practice up, you get good. It's like any sport. You know, you can transfer some of those skills. I'm going to sort the landscape out in a minute. Yeah, so that would be my recommendation. Go find an esports team. Yeah, you've walked in before and he's been boosting someone's account and being paid 75 quid. Don't do that. It will get you banned. Perma-banned. Don't do it. It will get you perma-banned. If they want to be at a higher level, use this phrase. Get good scrub. Stop playing like a noob. There you go. All of that kind of lingo. That's how to be a pro gamer, is telling scrubs to get good. And especially if they are noob scrubs. There you are. That's all there is to it. If you've got the personality for it, you can make a decent wedge out of becoming a personality high skill gamer. Was it Elon? Very good. Mr. Musk, for those of you not aware, claims to have been one of the best. One of the best Quake players in the world. Reckon. Mr. Musk reckons a lot of things, though, doesn't he? Doesn't he reckon a lot of things? Yeah. Yeah. We're not Musk fans around here. No, he can be one of the first against the wall come the revolution. Right. Where are we going? Yeah. But he funds really good things. All he is an ass with a bank balance. That's all. He's not Tony Bloody Stark. He's a lawsuit with a bank balance. He's the target of multiple Me Too Twitter campaigns with a bank balance that he hemorrhages by being himself. The jerk. Anyway, right. Yeah, good. There you are. Do you need to be really good to get onto an esports team? Oh, yeah. Oh, you really, really do. Yeah, you've got to be very, very good to get. If you're getting on a good esports team, you can always set up your own and then go compete in opens and stuff like that. The problem is that grassroots esports for a lot of games these days, they're cherry picking established talent rather than giving up and comers the opportunity to get in. It's like they're pushing away the ladders, and you know, I'm not so sure about that. I almost worked on League of Legends, you know. Well, they were desperate for me to go and work on it, and this was around the same time as all of those bad stories about Riot Games were coming out. And they said, no, please come and do the interview. And I said, I don't want the job. And they said, no, please do, because people like the seniority. And I came along to it, and I said, they gave me an hour-long pitch. I didn't have to do any interviewing. Except, I said, I think your social media policy is a joke. I think it is terrible. And because it was in the same week as two of their artists had got into hot water because they'd both been arguing with people on the internet. And Riot, for those of you unaware, actively encourages their staff members to get on the social media and talk about the game. And that is absolutely ridiculous. Talking to people on the internet is a skill. Or rather, talking to people on the internet and saying the right thing is a skill. Any idiot can get on the internet and say something unguarded or not well thought through or wrong. Yeah, no, that's any old chump, but they seem to be supportive of any old chump. Anyway, I finished off the interview by saying, like, I'm not going to come and work here for the simple reason of if, especially during this news cycle, I come and work here, I am giving tacit approval that you, being an egregiously awful company towards women, is something that I'm fine with. Hey, I want a piece of that. I'm going to go and work there. So yeah, they're recruiting as tone deaf as everything else. Dear me. I would guess becoming a professional esports gamer is as hard as becoming a professional musician. I would, rather than comparing it with musician, I would compare it with sports. It's very, very similar. Very, very similar. And much like, I mean, if you think about any, physical based sport or even the sitting down sports, there is a massive mental component to all of those. And being able to manage your own emotional state while performing at a very high level is a skill that is incredibly difficult to be taught. That's why, all teams these days have got sports psychologists and all kinds of capering like that going on, because keeping your people performing at a high rate is essential. I watch a bit of Drive to Survive, the Formula One Netflix thing. I don't care about Formula One at all, because it's basically pay to win in cars, and that's fine. I get that quite a few people like it, and I'm not here to denigrate it any more than I already do. But what I can spot a million miles away in Drive to Survive is the drivers that ain't gonna make it. Yeah, that ain't gonna make it. No. George Russell, he ain't gonna make it. Daniel Ricciardo, I know he's gone, but it was really obvious very early on he ain't gonna make it. And it's all mentality. All mentality. All of it is mentality. The whole thing. Yeah. And but once you see a flake, you just kind of go, you ain't got it. And the reason that these young kids come in and do well on their first time out is because they don't know to be scared. They don't know to second guess themselves. Yeah, so it's all about mentality. Esports exactly the same. You've got to be able to play your game without anybody else getting in your business. Here's the cat. So there you are. Yeah, right? Yeah, makes sense? Right, good. Yeah. But yeah, no. So I mean, that's where that comparison kind of begins and ends. Is that it's very, very much about how well you can self-manage your own emotional state. It is nowhere near time for food, cat. Get a grip on yourself, and it's too hot for that. Way too hot for that. So pack it in and go away. Yeah, good. Right, okay, we're putting the airport here. What I'm going to have to do to make this work, though, yes, Jeff, is I'm going to have to bring in some steel and bring in some lumber in order to make this a workable two-way route. I'll figure out how to do that in a moment. I haven't looked to see where anything is. Yeah. Did I need the road depot? No, you only need a road depot to buy vehicles. I'm going to have to buy a vehicle, obviously, so I'll probably put a new one in a moment. But that's okay. It's all good. You've ruined this bit of road. No, I haven't. It only looks like it's ruined from here. Fine. Lurchicus has slung a tenner in the bucket. Thank you, Lurchicus. As a late fee. Well, I appreciate that. And you. Right. Are you going to do anything complicated with this? I don't think so. Logs. Yay. Okay. Yeah, we can get those. We're going to need a... Sorry, I got cat hair up my nose now. Going to need to get those on a truck. Yeah. Where's your steel coming from? That's an awfully good question. Where's your steel coming from? That's a very, very good question. I mean, we don't need much, but it would behoove us to send it both ways. Bring it up from the dock. Don't be daft. Are we in the only place on the map where there is no steel for 1,000 miles? Rather looks that way. Is the new bunker cooler? Yeah. Oh, 100%, yeah. It's not 100% cooler. No, it's not. No, I'm not a BSc, MSc ONS. I'm a BA ONS Dip HE. There you go. That's my actual qualifications. And as it was described at the time, I have a BA honours in pointless behaviour. And I'm fine with that. Oh man, you're going to need to stick it on a train, bruv. There must be a steel mill around here somewhere. Excuse me, Jeffy. No, look, you just don't get it, do you? You're quite all right to just park up, right? Because then I can work around you. But you're not parking up. You're pacing around, inferring that I should be putting food on your plate, which I'm not going to do for another hour. It's only because you've just woken up. Yeah, he's camping me now. Yeah, camping me. I missed one. Oliver's been a member for 50 long months. Hello, Oliver. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. You missed last week because I caught you off guard. There you go. I did say I'd be back the following month, and I was. I was back the following month. You're a huge F1 fan, but my take isn't far off. Yeah. So, what's his name? Piastri. The reason he's doing well is because he doesn't know to be scared. And it's not scared of, whoops, splat. No, it's scared of losing your position in the team. It's scared of, what if my contract isn't renewed? It's scared of, what about the other drivers and maybe they're perceived better than me? Too young to know any difference. Too inexperienced to know what a vicious enterprise being a professional sports person is. Sit. Stay. Right. And therefore, he just gets to use his talent. The fact that he happens to be in the best car this year, well, I mean, I guess that helps too. If he was driving the same kind of crap box as Liam Lawson was driving, see, I know stuff, he'd be at the back of the grid as well. Because at the end of the day, talent doesn't matter as much as having a really fast car. Yeah. Right? It's like Hamilton. He's good, right? He's genuinely good. And the reason that he's genuinely good, I mean, he won all those championships because he was in the best car, but he's genuinely good because he is not phased. It's why Alonso is good. It's why Verstappen is good. And the best teams identify the best drivers who are unshakable in their ability to not be shaken by everything else. And that's mental strength. And it's quite surprising how few of them. Lando Norris. Flimsy. He is flimsy of character. I'm sure he's a lovely kid. In fact, he's a multi-millionaire, so I don't care if he's a lovely kid or not. I don't feel obliged to be nice about him. He's mentally fragile, which is why he's being beaten by Piastri, because he's just as talented a driver, but he gets in his own head and then he can't do anything. Good. Real McCall has slung a tenner in the bucket. It's not a late fee. You're just enjoying the I'm not even playing the game properly. We're inching forward. I apologise to those of you who really want to see actual progress, but someone got me talking about esports. Yeah. Because practice at any sport for long enough, love it, understand how it works, condition yourself to get better and better at it, see the moves happening before they happen. That's true of any sport. Digital, physical, whatever. It's the same process. Good. Right, there you go. That looks moderately safe. Yeah, it's good. But let's start getting some of these infrastructure routes built up. So if you're going to bring in lumber, you could probably turn, now there's a lumber mill nearby, which is here. We could probably whip that in by truck. Okay. You've got a... and a... that one's a no-go, though, because that is a terminal and that is the forest, so that's not going to work. And this one is on the same line. How phooey. You could add an additional station here. Platform, terminal, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Good. How am I going to recover those 100 million? Which 100 million? What? Hey? What? Oh, my earnings are down 100 million over the course of the year. That's just because I've been spending it. That's fine. I've still got 7.3 billion in the bank. It's all good, baby. Move the station. Oh, I don't want to do that. No. Don't want to do that. Oh, where am I going to get... The ideal is I stumble upon a... See, look, they take machines as well in Erie. Okay, where does my freight line run near Erie? You go through here. You've got this station. We could... Okay, then you just need to get steel out as far as here. Expand the scope of this station. What are you carrying? Plank. Yeah, but you know the good thing about plank? Yep, I do know the good thing about plank. The good thing about plank is they also carry steel. Okay, you're carrying transition, which goes... I don't know, because it's choosing a really terrible colour. Give me a better colour. This hot pink will do. You go out as far as Freight Crispy. Okay. Then talk to me about the Freight Crispy trains that go all the way out to the Bad Boy. Finder's Mixed Freight. Okay. You go all the way to the port. How's the port running at the moment? Fine. Told you I'd fixed it. I'd fixed it. Yeah. Piece of cake. Right. There is one service, actually. There's one service that comes into the big port here, just since we're here, that gets stuck for a longer amount of time than is desirable. And it might even be the Finder service that does it. But it's got 6 cars that can carry steel. If you do trucks for distribution of the tools, yeah, you could supply an additional town, because next door to wherever the heck it is that we're operating here. All right, I think we've got a solution. Right, we need a platform here that we can use as the turnaround. Then we'll snake it up here, continue the snakeage. I think I might be running these single line. I am running these single line. Show me what I'm looking at. Trains. Yep. Okay. So you'd need a 3rd single line? That's a bit lazy. Yeah, but it does afford the opportunity to have... Ooh, look at all of that going on. This purple stop here. Yep. Okay. Right. 3rd platform. Run the line in parallel. Yeah, keep going. Run it in parallel. Keep going. Branch off to go round this side of the forest. End up over there somewhere. End up here, maybe. Okay, can do. All right, well, this is a senseless building project that I hadn't really thought I was going to get into. You don't even need to necessarily do that. You could build... Would you rather do train? Yes. Because all of those stations interconnect the cargo. I could do it with trucks, but that would be reliant on the trucks, the rail line understanding that there's truck requirement. I don't know. Anyway, let's try it and find out. Cargo terminus building. I'm going to go old school with this. We'll go 160. That'll be fine. We'll go... I'm going to put an electric. I'm going to use an electric train. All right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I am. That's a thing that's happening. All right, a 160 there. Yeah, this is not going to be the most delicately laid line you're ever going to see, but I am going to use an electric train. 80 limit. Can I get a 90? Yeah, there you go. 90 with catenary. Let's rock. Okay. Right, come round over there. That's worked out rather well. I know, because I get lucky at this stuff sometimes. I was thinking about this recently, is the number of bits and pieces I build in this, and then you kind of go like, flipping heck, I got a bit fortunate with the way that ended up working. And it's not fortunate. What it is its experience. Is you start to build a vague understanding of, that'll work, even though there's no obvious visual evidence that will work. How are you going to do this? We'll swerve around the outside of the platform. We'll take it back a bit further then. Yeah. So I get a bit lucky sometimes, but that's mostly because there's the what's his name? The matey boy whose book, every single book is basically a TED talk, but he manages to pad it out to be 500 pages. Oh, Malcolm Gladwell. There you go. He did a book called Blink. And the basic principle is that it's basically first glance is usually right. Particularly among experts. Yeah. I mean, I'm expert at this only in the sense that I've played a lot of it, but I don't play it properly. There's no such thing as properly. That's what you always advocate. It is. That's true. Where's this other line go? It doesn't. Where's it supposed to go? Over there. But you brought it out to the edge of the tunnel so you don't get a horrible looking tunnel. This will work. Yeah. So one of the basic principles is it got like an example he does right at that. What do you mean too much slope? What are you even talking about? Oh yeah. Okay. I guess there is. Yeah, at the start of the book, he's got forgeries of famous artists that he puts in front of experts in those artists, and I'm very much paraphrasing and getting this anecdote wrong, but the upshot of where we end up with it will be, it will tell you the same story, even if I am changing the facts of the story. Yeah, right. So he's got experts in these particular artists, and what he's looking for is can they spot the forgeries? These are excellent forgeries, and they are very, very hard to tell from the original. The brushstrokes are right, the ages of the canvases are right. This was done on an experimental basis rather than as a. Well, it might not have been. It might have been a criminal case. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right. Regardless, the experts, when they first looked at it, they went, no, that's fake. And then they would look at it more closely and they kind of go, oh, no, hold on. No, this is right, and that's right, and this is right, and that's right as well, and this is right, and that's right, and this is right. Well, I guess it must be right then. No, I'm still, Because they could sense that something was off. Immediately, and it's the same sense that you get after playing something like this for a suitable length of time, is that you can take a quick snapshot of the thing you're looking at, mental snapshot, just by glancing at it and go, yeah, this will work. And work your way around, because you're used to how the terrain is generated, you're used to how the slopes work, you're used to how all of this kind of thing works because you've played enough of it, and you end up with, I need to blow my nose, thanks cat, when you end up with an instant read on things. I'm hoping you're making this out. I'm just the other side of the green screen. Please excuse me, nose trumpet, sorry. There was a time, you know, that I would press the I'm going AFK button to do that. But at the moment, the buttons do nothing. They don't natively wire up to my new software. So I've got to do a little bit of cheeky very minor reprogramming on the software to get my buttons hooked up. Right, good. There you are. That was a completely pointless story, but it filled the time, didn't it? Around we go. What are we bringing out here? Nothing really. You need an electric train with state cars. Yeah, there we go. Good. Right, now, modify ye olde station here. Boop. Yeah. Loads of broken mods. Of course they are. Yep, all mods are fundamentally broken. Oh, you've got to reload this and that and the other. No, I don't. Don't have to do anything of the sort. No, you want the ones that have got electricity applied to them. 600 kilometre an hour track. I don't know what you've been smoking, son. This is high-speed track. I don't want high-speed track. I want regular speed track with electrification. Oh, ruddy hell. You'll do. Okay, you don't even need to go that fast. Give me a 60. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks very much. You contributed. Back to tracks. Yeah. We're on the right one. Don't get distracted. Distracted. Huh? No? Please yourselves. Good. Right, now, around there, onto here. Super. On the subject of new videos, Fail Brigadists, you will get a sneak preview of the Golden Lap video this week. Maybe as soon as tomorrow. I've almost done editing the first bit of it, and I think it's going to come up quite nicely. But the problem is I've come up with some really nice added extras for additional visual entertainment, which is going to take a bit longer because I'm going to have to muck around in After Effects. But it will be worth it. Right, why not have the depot face the other way? Because we're not going any further than this. You sure? Yeah. Okay. Right, give me that. Give me a depot. Yeah, we're not after building brilliant here. That much is evident. We're after building get a job flipping done. Yeah, I'll put that on there. Now then, what are we? We're going to build the route. Okay. Yeah. New line from this one. I've no idea if this is going to work. It should. What about your blink expertise? Yeah. No, I mean, you're fine to mock. It's good. Up to there. Well, it seems to be happy enough, but let's put it in a colour that the children at home can see. There we go. This is the new Bongolia. I see we're going from Ov City to Bongolia. It's like it was meant to be. Woo! Grumpa just slung a fiver in the hole. Did you choose to play this game, or was I railroaded into it? Were I railroaded? See, I changed it to was because it's first person. My pun sounded good in... Oh, I see. Was I railroaded into it? Lots of people wanted it, and I want to finish the series off. I want to go goodbye, Transport Fever 2. You have been very nice to me. I've enjoyed playing with you. But I am done here with this rodeo. Hushy will be like, come on! Yeah. Yeah. Hushy, if you've not seen him already, Hushy is desperate to be Mr. Transport Fever. He is desperate for it. Good luck to him. I say he's putting in the effort. He's doing the work. He reminds me of the level of hustle I was doing when Transport Fever 1 first started coming out, and I was like, oh, I'm Mr. Train Fever already. Maybe I could be Mr. Transport Fever. I was right. Yeah. No, he's putting in good YouTube hustle. Right. What is this? It is New Bongo. Nebo. How about N-Bon? Non-Bon. Great. State cars. State cars. Yeah, state cars. Okay, yeah. I won't know what that means in the future, but you know what? I'm not going to read this again in the future, so what does it matter? Right, and then put a truck stop. I thought I'd already done one there for a moment, but I haven't. Put a truck stop next to it. Jeff. Don't sit on me train track. Flipping cat. I know you're hot. Yeah. You're not a fan of Hushy. Well, that's okay. No, you don't have to be a fan of anybody. All I say, I like the hustle. And I recognise the hustle going on. He's very much playing all of the clickbait cards he can get his hands on. Fair play. It doesn't mean that they're going to stick around if the video is no good, though, unfortunately. Right, and then you've done this in the wrong order. Yeah, for reasons that will become apparent momentarily. Start again. Start here. Go there. Go here. Right, turning around in the middle of the road is not something we want, so I'll put in a little bit more road. Road. You're on the transformation tool. I am on the transformation tool, which is not what we want. We'll bring you out as far as there. Try and stay flattish, por favor. Thank you. Right, good. There we are. Super job. Everybody's happy. Rolf has been a member for 46 long months. Boss man, I should play the Expanse game once it's out. It is supposed to be quite Mass Effect-y, and I hated Mass Effect and liked it at the same time. It was a weird one, because I found the controls to be odious, but I actually quite enjoyed putting the crew together and getting through the story. Although I picked up Transport Fever 3, I picked up Mass Effect 3, hated it so much I bounced off it in 30 minutes, and that's purely down to the control scheme. The control scheme just made me cross. Yeah. Nudaholic has been a member for 60 long months. Goodness gracious me. Yeah. That's an impressive length of time for anybody. Doubly so at your age. Much appreciated. Thank you, Nudaholic. Right. Okay, good. So, you now... You set the truck line up, you didn't give it a name. This is the N-Bon, didn't we say? Yeah, N-Bon. You've called it Bong previously. Oh, so I have. Oh well, I'm behind N-Bon as well. N-Bon, yes. Road freight. Alright, and that'll be what it is. And I'll stick 2 trucks on there that are capable of hauling the kind of things that we're going to get. The plot line of ME3 is the worst part. I don't know. I didn't play it long enough. I hated the controls. It reminded me so much of... Because that's the other thing. Wound me up. It was driving the flipping moon buggy thing, tank, whatever the hell it was. It was very obvious that whoever had designed it had never played a driving game ever in their entire lives. And you just kind of go, why not refer to someone who's played a driving game and kind of go, this is not how you drive vehicles. And kind of, oh yeah, but you need to be able to look around as well. And kind of go, yeah, we've got that already. These are controls that have already been figured out. Why are you reinventing them? And annoyingly, No Man's Sky uses the same control system, and you kind of go, have you never played a driving game? We're going to use these because these are universal, and I don't want to get it not working. Right, stick these on N-Bon freight. One wrong road vehicle and the whole thing could just not work, right? So I'm quite prepared for things to take a little while before they work. Because we'll go off and we'll build a passenger line and we'll come back to it later and see if we're hauling any freight yet. And then we need to set up the train, which I suspect is the bit that you'd rather hope that I'd done already. Yeah. We could take plank, we could take log. It really doesn't matter because we will be able to handle both. New electrics. All right, what have we got? Well, I added this as a mod and I've not really used it. It's got plenty of ooft, and that'll probably do the trick. Yeah, Soviet E95 and friendly variant. What else have I got in here? You've got the OBB 1062, which is not going to cut the mustard. No, that's not quite quick enough. And you probably want to double it up. What about the old BB 180 Po? Oh, 90 kilometers and not got a lot of hooft to it though, has it? What if you do that? Isn't that... Wouldn't this be considered a multi-unit? It looks like you could slap some passengers in there. It looks very much like you could slap some passengers in there. I think you go with this this Soviet cowboy here. Stick one of them in, right, and then blat some passenger cars, state cars on the back of that will handle lumber, logs, steel. Just like this one. Yeah, no. Well, why? The speed is right. You've got 160 metres worth of space. Okay, yeah, I suppose. Those won't do it because they don't handle steel. That will, because obviously that's the default. That's the default, but larger. Yeah, I don't really want to use the default. Actually, I don't care. I mean, I'll use whatever works and ends up looking reasonably good. Danish Thinker has been a member of the Failed Brigade for 30 long months. Thank you, Danish. Good evening to everybody, says the Danish Thinker. Thank you very much. Good. What am I going to be doing on stream next? That's a very good question. Thanks for asking. Do you know? I don't know. See, I could go and do a shake of 132 capacity. That's plenty. Yeah, all right, fair play. I could go and do some more farming. But again, my style of the farming simulator doesn't resonate with people that like farming simulator, and therefore the people that like farming simulator, they're not... Did I just buy a second one? Yeah. Alright, well, unbuy that one. Okay, yeah. Try to pay a little bit more attention. Right, let's get in and eyeball this thing. It's not going to look that radical, but it will look like a train. And that's good. Yes, no, I mean, I enjoy Farming Simulator, so that's good. And I know some of you like my approach to things. Oh, that's quite agreeable. Yeah. Oh, hey! Ooh. Yeah, good. Yeah, there it is. What about the new Dune game? Everyone knows I like Dune. However, it's a massively multiplayer game where it has an end game, and that end game is PvP, which means no, under no circumstances will I be playing it. I went to the Steam page the other day, and there was a dev playing it. And you know what the dev was doing? He was standing, as is a Atreides man, on an ornithopter while it was flying into some kind of airport of some description, which made me go, no, you're not taking this seriously. And also, I don't want to play a massively multiplayer game for two fundamental reasons. The first fundamental reason, I haven't got time. In order to play a massively multiplayer game, you must be prepared to sink every waking hour into it. You just do. Yeah, I mean, they are a massive time sink. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if you don't have that kind of time available, then you're going to be left behind. Secondly, Johnny Rando on the internet. No. I don't need to explain that any further, really, do I? No, I don't have to explain that at all. Not even slightly. Johnny Rando on the internet is not my homeboy. Yeah. I mean, as members of Fail Brigade will tell you, oh yeah, he'll quite happily set up some kind of survival game server, and then he'll go and build himself a little house somewhere and tell everyone to leave him alone. Just leave me alone. I just want to build something. You all go and do the thing. Go on, kids, go and have fun. But leave me alone. Yeah, I'm quite happy to have the company, but what I fundamentally want is to do my own thing unhindered. Maybe sometimes I'll join in for the fun bits. It's a nice shot. The landscape needs some work, obviously, but this is not an egregiously horrible shot. Have you got everything set up? Everything except for the aircraft. Yeah. Right, set up this air route. New line from here. Oh yeah. Yeah, down to Orv City, which is far enough away to have warranted an aircraft. And there's passengers waiting to use it. That's super. There we go. Right, so this is the N-Bon. No, I think we'll go the Orv City. And you are air freight. Air freight. No idea if it's going to work. I'm going to probably have to put a truck or something in at this end to make it happy. You need to put in goods distribution at the other end. Oh, okay, right. Yeah. You don't need another route. That's the wrong button to press in this situation. You don't need to do anything with that. No, you're done. You've done that. Now you buy a vehicle. Yeah. Okay. No, that's not it either. Is that it? That's the one. Well done, you. Large plane 4. That's nice. Yeah, but that... Oh, there you go. You can use the Super Constellation. It's got an 18 capacity for cargo. This is not going to work. Okay, I'll buy 2. Thanks. Yeah. This is not going to work. I mean, it might. We might end up delivering some stuff. Is it going to make any money? No. Thanks, Jeff. Right. Yeah. Making money is not what we are about. Yo Choco Tube has chucked €11 into the bucket. Look at this slice of the future. If you want to save some half-time, don't ask for the weather. Ask for our BMI. Way less brigadiers will reply. And the ones that do, it's interesting. Mine, for example, tells you you're way too short. What, you need to be 9 feet tall. That would be what mine would say. You kind of go, yeah, be another 3 feet tall and you'll be fine. Look, I'm going to start Fail Brigade Fitness. Maybe it'll be an app. Right, there we go. Let us see. Look, we don't follow planes very often. We follow a lot of trains, but I do like to follow the maiden trips of planes. Mostly. Whoa, dearie me, that's not gone well. Mostly to do this. Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah. No, that's no. There. You have got a. You got an error in planning here. These two have got to go. Okay. Yeah. Skimming the trees is fine. Flying straight into them is not fine. What do you think? His undercarriage is going to catch that. I think it might do. All right. Okay. Onwards. Well, yeah. And that one. And this one. Oh, flipping tall trees. All right. Quick pause, repause. Okay, thank you. Oh, I know. All those times that I built something impressive, and you're kind of going, cool, that's impressive. I've spent ages doing this. And you kind of go, it's worth it, though. It's worth it to have, just catastrophically awful look. It makes pilots really nervous, real pilots. You video game pilots, you don't know nothing. It's like watching real train drivers play Train Sim World, and the passengers are acting funny, or they've spawned on the track or something like that. That's the point at which real train drivers kind of go, no, I can't play anymore. Can't do any more of this. No, that's going to give me nightmares. Right. Because it's close enough to being real that it triggers the same mindset. And so when they experience something which in real life would give them the screaming heebie-jeebies, I think I might take that one out. There you go. Okay, do you think it's going to make it through there? No, I genuinely don't. Yeah. So, a little scary, yes. In reality, no. In reality, the trees would only be a problem for the first takeoff. True, yes. After that point, I mean, the wreckage would have bulldozed quite a lot of it. And that hadn't been bulldozed would certainly have burned. Right. I'm just going to... Why don't you just hit the maxi bulldozer button? Because I don't trust the maxi bulldozer button. Because the way that I swoosh it around the joint, I'll end up swooshing it all over everything. There you go. And again. Clear it. That one, not so much. The others, though, I think you're all right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the ticket. Right. Okay, good. All right, now then, let's see what further horrors await us on this voyage of discovery. I can press H to sound the horn. Hello, passengers. This is your captain speaking. I need a button that puts on my "This is your captain speaking" voiceover. You knocked me class 44 over, you little wretch. Oh. Yeah. None of it's motorised at the moment. I've got two. I've got effectively just a marshalling yard ahead of me. It's two straights with a lot of rolling stock on, and that's about it. It's not powered. Yeah, there you go. It's got this. There we are. Good. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, I got some nice some nice Mark IIs on here as well. Yeah, good. Yeah, this is not going to work. Not at that angle. You're going to have to do it properly later. Okay. Yeah. All right, good. We're nearly there yet. And you've got a way to go. All right, activate the turbos. Let's get there quickly. Yeah, we already did one senseless long flight earlier on. Let's do another senseless flight, but make it less long and just check the landing and the takeoff. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is running at a very crisp 60 frames a second, you know. Very, very crisp. You're not seeing it because I'm only streaming at 30 frames a second, and YouTube's complaining because I've actually got my my bit rate set to be able to handle 60 frames a second. None of this is important. I found a 37. Yeah, I got one off eBay. Oh, hang on. There we go. There's my 37. Train. Yeah, got it off eBay. Ah. Yeah. I've just got some digital trouble at the moment. I've got one. This fella here, all right, won't go on DC at all. The others, despite all being DCC and hang on, despite all being DCC set and good to go, they will all go on DC as well. I mean, the effects aren't right, the sound effects aren't right, but I can make them go in a circle to kind of run them in and stuff like that. But that one won't go at all. And it had its chip fitted by Rails of Sheffield. Well, this is not going to go well. Time to bring out the big gun. Yeah. That is not going to work. No. How much are we off by? Enough. All right. Okay. Yeah. No, no. Bring out all the classics, I say. Where's the eraser? Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, I think if you just decrease the height, will probably be sufficient to sort that out. Let's use the not mucking about level of tool, and then maybe it'll work. Hello, Starboy. Hope I'm having a great day. Love the videos. Thanks, Starboy. Right, grab that. Yeah, off we go. Well, that didn't work. No, because you're using a smoothing gun. You want the flattening gun. The flattening gun is brute force. There we go. Done. It's still going to get lower. Yeah, I suppose so. All right, we'll start the other end. Done. Nope, not done. Okay, but I do quite like this canyon. Right, grab from airfield height, and we'll gouge through like this. I'll tidy it up a little bit, but I am fundamentally enjoying this. There you go. It's like a greatest hits of stupid stuff I've built in the past. It's going to hit the trees. Yeah, but how many? It's going to hit the... Thanks, autosave. Actually, your timing's not completely awful. Any second. Nope. That one, maybe. All right. Any more? Yep. Wing strike here. And probably there. What? Directly over the landing lights? Well, he couldn't see the landing lights. There's trees all over him. The rest of it, though, I think he cleared those. Oh, we do still have to take off from here, though, and that might get lively as well. Yes, true. Okay, all right. That's all right. We can do that as well. Yeah. I think that was one of my favourites. I think that was one of the favourite things that I built. Was that on? No, I think it was on the Gotthard barn. Not Gotthard barn. No, it was Gotthard barn. Yeah, where I carved through the Alps so that I could have Dakotas running through the Alps, and then I built multiple bridges under which the planes would fly. Because I'm a big believer in total realism. Big believer. Total realism. That's my middle name. Yeah. It's hyphenated. With a road bridge over the peaks. I've done it before, Tone. I've done it before, mate. I've done it. I've done that. Been there, done that. This is a slight return. Yeah. That was an ace. That was an ace build. I think the thing that I built that I was most disappointed by is some of the bits in the Dune Canyon. It could have been a lot better. But the top level lines, I really liked those. But particularly the transition from in the bottom of the canyon out to the top, I think could have been done much better. Yeah. Every main line has been a success. Every peninsula has been a disaster. It coming along nicely, really enjoying it, and a mod broke the entire thing. Alright, here we go again. We've just got to check this takeoff. I'm hoping that the landing will be acceptable, but we'll check it later on. No, I don't want to spend the entire stream removing bloody trees. Alright, there you go. I mean, obviously the plane doesn't give a monkeys, it'll fly through it anyway. But that's not the point, I care. I'm okay with somewhat unrealistic. I draw the line at, oh, you're just driven through the scenery. No, that irks me. That makes me go, it doesn't have to be this way. Oh my God. Yep, and in there somewhere is Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner, and they're having a rare old adventure being pursued by people. There you go, that's an old reference. Nope. I could sink the landscape, that'd fix it, but I've got a tunnel in here. Oh no. How far down is the tunnel? Oh, okay, it's actually a bit further along. You might be okay. I'd rather not have to reshape the thing, but our rate of climb here is not filling me with confidence. I apologise for the endless crunching noise. Romancing the stone. There you go. Yeah. Right. Pull back on the stick, Wilhelm! No, Wilhelm is not pulling back on the stick furiously enough. Oh, flaming egg. Oh, wouldn't you love it? Driving down here in a truck and you've got that coming over the... Oh, that'd be terrific. Well, this takeoff area is fast becoming a... Oh, I built an absolute banger here. Yeah, that one's got to go. These ones probably ought to, but I'm not gonna. Oh, for God's sake! Oh, why are there no trees here? I don't know. Rasinora. Yeah. Actually, it wouldn't be that at all. The entire thing would be full of picnic benches, and it would be non-stop plane spotters here all day, hoping to get, you know, a little bit of mysterious updraft going on. There'd be lots of signs saying no high-sided vehicles, and yet you'll have some high-sided vehicles anyway. There'd be warning lights saying, caution, plane may be approaching. Try not to get spooked by it and then drive your car off the edge of the cliff. Yeah, taking all the mystery out of the world. What? Trying to encourage people not to drive their car off a cliff. Yeah. So far we've been quite fortunate here because we are still above ground level, and that's all we really need out of this. Regrettably, too many trees, but we are above ground level. So I mean, where's the multi-select thing? Where is that? It's a paint tool, isn't it? Oh, yeah, right. That's not it. That's removing the paint. I want to remove the foliage. You. Oi, come here. Right. You. It's not happening. Erase the terrain. Painting. No. Rocks. No. That's just terrain. You want assets. And then the asset removal tool. Under trees. There you go. This will save you a bit of time there, Chief. Oh, this will make this a little bit less painful. There you go. Wish I'd found that 10 minutes ago. Well, you didn't. Jeff, get your flipping tail out of my face. Right, onwards. Oh, we're only just above ground level. This could be absolutely magical. Is he going to clear the ledge at the top? No, not even close. He's going straight into that. What do you mean you're bouncing up the side? I've never seen it do that before. What was that? Is that new? I've never seen it do that before. That's weird. Okay, what do you want to do with this? I'm going to do this. Oh, that's boring. Oh, hang on, I haven't finished yet. Right, and then I'll grab this, and I'll do that. And that should be sufficient that we don't bounce up the side of the cliff. Hang on, we should have another... Oh, Jeff, no. Sorry, cat just nudged my mouse hand. All right, here you go. Yeah. See, this is what you experience. That's great. Okay, onwards. Yeah. Bit of a bounce. Okay. We do not bounce up the side of the cliff. What are you even on about, you weirdo? Right, grab that. You know what? It's... I don't know when that was introduced, but it's... is it better than it clipping through? Yes, it's better than it clipping through. Really? I think I prefer it to it clipping through. Trees. Yeah, I'll get them. Yeah. Yeah. Off we go. Right, there you are. Super. Well, yeah. Well, right. Engage the whatnot. I don't think we checked it landing at the other end. Just for the sake of completeness, I'm just going to make sure the landing at the other end is viable. I mean, because it should theoretically follow the same line in as the others, but who knows? I mean, it was a slightly different approach. Where are we? What are you? There you are. All right. Carrying nothing. Yes, true. Also, it's never going to carry anything because you haven't set up the connecting lines yet. Shut up. All right. Okay. Yeah. No collision. All good. All good. Round the outside of that, or through it. Round the outside, and a lovely landing. Okay, good. Done a whole lap. Right, let us now do the final part of this, and then we shall feed the cat, and then we shall put in the final passenger service. And then it will be there. Yeah. Okay, right, good. What do you want to do with this? Well, firstly, I'm going to appreciate this. So you're taxiing out of there, but you should taxi all the way down to here and pull in there. Which I think is rather magical. Yeah. Hurry up. Come on, I haven't got all day. Yeah. Would you two like to space yourselves out a bit? There you go. That's nice. Good. All right. Now then. So freight comes in. You are the pickup. Yeah. We need to go to here, but you are in catchment, though, right? Yes, sir. Okay. Now, is this truck stop in catchment of the factory? No. But that will just distribute straight back to here. Yeah. Huh. Don't need a truck. Don't need a truck. You need a truck at the other end. I need a truck at the other end. What are you even talking about? We need a truck at the other end. I don't have to put a truck in there. That's fine. We need a truck at this end. All right. Okay. So, you've already done it. I've already done it. Yeah. Yeah, you've got them picking up from here, wang it down there, we drop off in town on the way back. Theoretically, all of that demand should now be fulfilled. The only thing we can do to make it better is find somewhere else that wants some machines, Metropolis, for example, Stegoland, for example, and feed those beasts as well. Well, if I just put in a trucky drop-off here... yeah, because I don't know what route this is going to follow. I imagine that there is a connection here already. That looks like it's got a pretty good bit of coverage. Yep. All right, and then another one at Stegoland, because this will give triple the business. I'm Shaun of the Dead, has been a member for 21 long months. Well done. Shaun of the Dead, the second best of those three movies. Yeah. Because Hot Fuzz is sublime. The End of the World isn't good enough. It's all right, but it's not great. How would you get to Stegoland? There isn't a road. but I bet we could make one. It's going to be a straight road. All right, don't get overexcited. We're going to need a straight road of some variety here, of the country variety, of the through the mountain variety, like that. Yep, that just happened. Yeah. What? That's perfectly well researched. We've had civil engineers out and all sorts. There you go. You can have that instead if you like, if that makes you feel more comfortable about it. Yeah, all right. There you go. See? Done. Yep. Perfectly comfortable. Very comfortable. Right, new line. And that will be from the Stegerland down to this, which is possibly going to need a little bit more storage. But I'll worry about that when it needs any storage at all. So that's going to be Steg machine deliver. Is that one Star Trek movie considered a Peg movie too? There are several Star Trek movies with the boy Peg in. To be honest, went off him. I went off Simon Pegg. I used to really like everything he did up until he went Hollywood. Once he went Hollywood, nah, I went off him. Yeah. Although he's good in the new Mission Impeccable. I thoroughly enjoyed the new Mission Impossible, even though it is totally stupid. The plot is so stupid that you are dumber for just watching it, but it's fun. Yeah. All right, so very much going the pretty way here. What's up there? That's Metropolis. Machine delivery. Although the one thing it did quite well is it set up for the replacement for the lad Tom Cruise for the new Mission Impossible chief agent. Right, speedy trucks that carry machines. What's the fastest trucks we've got? Wouldn't you know it? It's Volvos. Wouldn't you know it? Is Jones still in the chat? Because these are Jones's Volvos. Every Volvo in Transport Fever is Jones's doing. Yeah. How many of these do you want? I want 3. 2. Okay. All right, you go and do Metropolis. Metro. Go. All right. And then buy another couple of them. Cogs 70 kilometers an hour. 2. Yeah. Buy them. And sell them. No, where are we going? Stego. Liam has slung £6 in the bucket. You've been a Patreon member for 5 years, 11 months. Just think of what you could have been doing with all that time. Oh, dearie me. You could have written a symphony. And instead, you've been listening to me witter on about a load of old stuff. Right. Good. Thank you, Liam. You should make more Volvos. Thank you, Jones. Yeah. No, more Volvos. More Volvos. Totally. Yeah. You should make every car Volvo that has ever existed and put them in as NPC cars and make it so that all of the little AI traffic do nothing but drive Volvos all the time. Volvos from across the ages. Right. In theory, well, look, we've already got some plank. How did that get here? So it's because you're coming from plank distribution. We can take plank, we can take log. The question is, are we going to get any steel rock up here? Don't know. Right, I'm going to go and handle this cat. I'm going to handle a drink. I'm going to blow my schnoz, and then I shall come back. What would you like to look at in the interim? More plank. Okay, well, that's okay. Yeah. Good. Well done. Yeah. No medal for you, clown. Yeah. I mean, I'd leave you looking at the super constellation near Miss Road, but they don't fly over often enough. I haven't got a large enough fleet. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Come on, what do you want to look at? You want to go to an airport to watch takeoffs. All right, we'll go down the far end then, because this of city's got the most toing and froing. Because both, all three air routes end up here. There you go. Now, where's the best place to plane spot? Taking off or landing? You want to be fairly close to the airfield. We'll stand with the passengers, I think. Oh, flaming egg cat. Oh, I gave him such a de-hairing earlier this week, but he is shedding like there's no tomorrow. He's losing what remains of his winter coat. Doesn't make me feel any better about it because it's all going up my nose. I'll tell you what you want. I know what you want. You want combination planes and trams. Even if the trams are knackered. Yeah. There you go. We'll use camera hacks. There we go. Camera hacks. All right, here's one more hack. One more hack for you. Right, you ready? 35mm. Switch it to the 35mm camera and then take it down. Because then you get something close to reality. Now, you can use a larger... Because this is... all these views... I've been talking to the art director, you see. They're all modelled after real cameras. But the problem with these is they compress the depth of view. We don't have depth of field modelling, but it compresses the depth of view to the extent that you lose. You just lose, all right? Loss is what you get. Too much street furniture. Yeah. I want trams, but I don't want a ruddy great pole in the way when there's action happening. I mean, we've got a pedestrian crossing. We can live with a pedestrian crossing. There you go. Have some of that. Right. 35mm. Yeah. I've made a request that this could be moved onto a second monitor, but apparently that's really, really, really hard. So I guess not. But so instead you have to, because you can't take it, if I take it all the way down there, you'll never get it back again. So you have to take it down to about there. I know, I've tried. And take it down to about there. I go, it's a bit silly having the camera manager in the way while you're trying to take a photo, isn't it? Because you can't see what you're taking a photo of anymore. And they're like, oh yeah, classic piece of development. No, we built this neat thing, we tested it, it works. Yeah, but have you used it like a consumer would do? What do you mean? Have you actually tried to take a photo? You wanted to be good with it? No, I made sure it worked. Well, there you go. You see, you've got to use it in a way that you. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. We won't do the weather. We'll do something else. I don't know what. I'll have a think about it. Thank you, Tim. And thank you, Tech Geek. I return. Good, right, good. Oh, there's planes. You haven't got the best shot of them, I suppose, but yeah, I mean they exist. There you go, because that's the default game camera. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's fine, and certainly for playing the game, it's absolutely ideal. But, that camera I left you with wasn't all that great. Wasn't all that great. It's nice to see no one riding the tram. Yep, nobody cares. Well, would you ride it? I mean, that's flipping Tetanus Transport Company. The Tetanus Transport Company. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh, yeah. Poetry and ruddy motion. That's what that is. Woohoo! Yeah, fantastic. Good. Right, what we're going to talk about. All right. So this is the participatory part of the stream, participatory part. And today's participation option is: what game would you most like to see on the Kernel Failure Videotronic Entertainment Disaster channel? It can be one I've played before. It can be one I haven't played before. It can be anything you like. What would you most like to see? You get one choice only. One choice only. Vasily. Yeah. Okay. Good. Right. Now, let us turn our attention. We will go back and revisit that airline later on and see if it's actually started doing anything. But now I want to connect up the last bits. The last bits. And we've already got the startings of that done. No, we have. Yeah, we are. We come out of Hill Valley on this curve, which was rather nice. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to let a few of your suggestions build up, and then I'll go through all of them and tell you why that's not going to happen. So carry on, because I'm an arse. Right. So we've got Stegerland. Right. So we come from Hill Valley. We hit up Stegerland. Yep. Now, I don't remember what I'd actually done with this station. It doesn't go any further than this. So are we using it as like an underground terminus then, I guess? Well, you can guess as much as you like, but I think that's very much what you are using it as, yes. Okay. And we need to hit Steg, Metro, Bongo, Sitter. Duh. Twin Peaks. No, we've got trains in Twin Peaks. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, okay. All right. Well, in this case, this feels like 2 routes rather than 1. Or maybe a loop. Maybe a loop. Because both Twin Peaks... You've got Arakeen here as well, which is only on a bus route. You need to hit Arakeen as well. Fastest loop build ever. Just smash it through some mountains and work in a helix there somewhere to keep people, you know, feeling it. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, look, you can also speculate about what we should be going on in there. Now then, what have you suggested? 7 Days to Die. I've got a Fail Brigade special 7 Days to Die adventure with me as Dungeon Master plan. I just need to build the map. This plan I have had for the last 3 years. Just need to build the map. It's a really nice idea. It'll be great. Transport Fever 3. No, never. It won't happen ever. It will never appear on this channel. Sorry to disappoint. This very video that you are watching now may be the last Transport Fever to ever appear on this channel. Ooh. The backbone of this channel. Valheim. No, it won't. I've played it. It's fine. It's good. But no, it won't. Transport Fever 3. No, it's not going to happen. Out of Ore. I think I saw that the other day. That's a mining work sim, right? Never say never. Distant Worlds 2. Delbert, you may have said that as a joke, but I already own it. And it is on a list of games for consideration for a one and done. Of the special variety, the same way as I'm doing Golden Lap. So it might fit the format. The Precinct, 2-story heavy. I looked at it. I wanted to do the Precinct because it sounded like you could just play as a bad copper, and I was into it, but it's got too much mandatory storyline laid over the top of it, so I'm out of it. Derail Valley, no thank you. Been there, done that. Go and watch some of the ones I've done before. Because the problem is that with the more I play something, the fewer mistakes I make organically. I have to behave in a more irrational fashion for mistakes to occur, or a more belligerent fashion. Early on, the mistakes that occur are all out of just my natural lack of due care and attention, and if there are no mistakes, it gets real boring real fast. It is me making a meta things that is funny. Otherwise I'm doing a 45-minute run in Derail Valley and nothing happens, and so I have to fill for the entire time. And it's hard work, yeah, when there's nothing happening. Even when I end up doing a Denzel on the top of the train, or a John Voight, depending on your mood, on the top of the train, that's just padding in between anything happening at all. So I get the desire for more, because the stuff that's happened so far has been fun, but the fun comes from initial discovery. The familiarity is the enemy of that kind of spontaneous stupidity that I'm actually quite good at in a video narrative kind of fashion. So I hope that makes sense. Love Derail Valley. I think it's great. I think it is the most visceral train simulator you can get your hands on. What I mean by visceral, feels like you're actually there. Right? Feels like you're in the thing and you're doing it. No, it's not grounded in reality. It is incredibly simplified, but it just feels like it's got that kind of weight and heft to it that actually makes it feel like you're doing it. Yeah. So there we go. That was a good answer too. Finishing a city in 7 days would be fantastic. The city that ceased to exist about 6 or 7 years ago, Tim. When I stopped paying for the server, the city ceased to exist. Yeah. You want to see the Stanley Parable, Eileen? Yeah, okay. I could do it as a backer video. I could do the Stanley Parable as a backer video. The thing is, that even that would be tricky to do. The Stanley Parable, for those who don't know already, and I've mentioned it often enough, so do try and pay attention in the future. The Stanley Parable is what I consider to be the greatest game ever made. The reaction I had to playing the Stanley Parable for the first time is unlikely to ever be repeated, because it was just, I was staggered at just how clever it is. Yeah, absolutely staggered at how clever that game is. And I didn't finish it. I played an hour and a half of it and then turned it off. And the reason for that is I don't want to finish it. I'm quite happy to meet the end of days knowing there is more of that game that I haven't seen. Which might seem weird to you, but it doesn't seem weird to me. And there you are. Bit of Jolly Green Bridge running over the top of the forest. Why, I think we probably will. We'll need some signals on here. We're going to need quite a few trains on here. What train are you thinking? Well, I'm not electrifying, and I don't want to come back and electrify, so we won't be doing that. You got any diesel multiple units that would do the job? Don't know. Also, I don't know what we're doing with the station approach yet, so we won't finish that just yet. I mean, the gentle swoop we've got round here really suits a high-speed service, but it's only 1955, so I don't know if that's going to be possible. Right, one town hooked up. How do you want to do this, baby? Okay, I think we're going to balloon route this. I think we go Stegoland to Bongolia to the Citadel, right, and then round and something before hitting Twin Peaks and then Arakeen, ideally with a bit of elevation increase along the way. Can we get that going to Arakeen? I think Arakeen might be too low lying. Maybe if your station was halfway up this hillside. Okay. And then from Arakeen up to the Metropolis, and then we could just go back again, because otherwise you're going to either have a helix which you're not going to put enough time into to make it look great, true, or really ugly bridges. All right, okay, we'll go back the way we came. That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. Foundry. I'm sure I've seen it. Hollywood Animal is on my list, but again, I think they've slapped too much story in there. I have to give it a look. It's out, isn't it? Isn't it out? Or is it out this month? Or it was out in the last couple of weeks? It's out very, very soon, or very, very recently. 2 Point Museum I've considered doing as a stream. I think they've actually put in some original ideas in that rather than what they did with Hospital and then School. Have I seen Space Engineers 2? Yeah, it's like Space Engineers. Takes too long to build anything good. Nothing wrong with it, but it's another one of welcome to your new hobby. That's really all there is to it. You always like the farming. I always like the farming. Farming's just a very chilled experience. As long as the commentary's good, you're happy. Good. Long live the bongos. They'll be back when the pirates are out. Motorsport Manager, go and watch the 15 existing series. You're welcome. Vintage story. Don't know what that is. You've caught me out. Vintage story. Sorry, I have to know. Vintage story. It's not looking great so far. Nope. Have you got a Steam page? Because that follows a consistent... Why is Vintage Story not on Steam? Okay. Okay, Vintage Story. Too good for Steam, according to the... Oh my god, that's ugly. It's an uncompromising wilderness survival sandbox inspired by eldritch horror themes. Find yourself in a ruined world reclaimed by nature. It's Roblox with gore. Minecraft with gore. Yeah, pass. Going Medieval. Played it. Go and have a look. Maybe a run at the 1.1 Satisfactory. I played 1.0. And there's a backer video already for that one of what I built in that when it first came out. I was doing something extravagant with trains. I'll play it when I'm bored again. V Rising, I did that a couple of weeks ago. They keep resetting the servers. I ain't got that kind of time. And also, I've no interest in PvP. Captain of Industry, played it. No, bounced off it. I talked about it earlier on the stream. Didn't enjoy that game when I played it when it came out. Hollywood Animal, good choice. Roadcraft. Maybe. You know what? I'd play Roadcraft if I managed to find someone suitably spicy to play it with. I don't think I'd play it on my own. I don't think enough happens. It looks like it's really well made, but I'm just not there. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, see, if I was still chasing play the new game to try and soak up new viewers, then yeah, totally I'd do something like that. You don't know why, but you want to say RimWorld because it's the right answer. Yeah, I want to play RimWorld as well. A German transport for Train Sim World route? No. Train Sim World? No, I'm never playing Train Sim World again. Never playing it again because I don't have to now. Not a train guy. No, I'm not playing it again. I played it for work when I played it before. I played it for work and cynically to get people to watch my channel because I knew they liked trains. Was it a game I enjoyed? I took satisfaction from it once I started getting better at it. Yes. I did find it quite chill to do. Yes. I found some of the locomotives nice to drive. Yes. I liked the way some of them were presented. Absolutely. Was it fun? No. What was fun was doing 4-up challenges, but that was the bit that I designed. So yeah, no, I made it fun, but did I have fun playing it? No, not really. It's fine if you like that kind of thing, but it's not for me. I'm not the target audience, so no. And also getting frustrated at obtuse the controls. That's not fun to watch either. And then the comments that come afterwards of, oh, if you would just learn how to do it properly, you wouldn't be failing at this so badly. They're a delight too. So yeah, it's just one big bratwurst of no fun. Thanks, though, Liam. Good suggestion. Prehistoric Park. Is there a prehistoric park? There's the Jurassic stuff that's come out of Frontier, which is incredibly superficial. I played one of those. Yeah, in fact, I did. I made a really good first video for that. It's got Jake guest starring in the opening for the original. I loved the opening for my original episode of that. In fact, I loved it so much, I'm going to go look it up. Hold on. Will it stop trying to snap to the corner and just snap where I'm putting you? Thank you. I told C. I need a button that disables that. Stop trying to be helpful. I know why it's there, but it doesn't help me because I learned how to do it differently, and therefore it just makes me yell at it. Because I'm old and I refuse to learn anything new. Ever. Right. How do you want to do this? Well, I know what I want to do. And you want me to do it too, right? Right. I want to go through here. Right. This is going to be straight through the mountain, but where I want to end up is I want to end up coming in through here and then down through this weird, unnatural looking canyon. With trains. Before then what? Because you put your station there. Well, I could change my mind about where the station is. See, I could have put the station out here and then build a tram route to get people out to it. Yeah, God. Yeah, all right, that's more work, but it ends up with the opportunity for having a plane fly straight over the head of a train. Speaking of which, there's a plane. Good. No, I'm gonna go look up my Jurassic, whatever it is, Kernel Failure Jurassic World. Kernel Failure Jurassic World. Just do that. There you go. It's a playlist, no less. 7 videos in that. And, oh, there's a couple of really good bits in it. Yeah, there are a couple of highlights of that. Oh, apparently I'm streaming right now. I could watch my stream. No, you just feedback, you fool. You can't watch this, though. You'll get copyright struck. Yeah, I will. Don't do that. 7 years ago, 7,500 views. What did they say? I've got criticism in the first post. What a brilliant opening. See? Yeah, there you go. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's going, ha 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 ha, you don't know the difference between live bait and dead bait. Ha 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 ha. Oh, yes. Those were the days. What joy we had there. Anyway, you should go and watch that because it's great. The opening of that is brilliant. And there's an even better one. Yeah, later on. Not enough people. I say as someone who loved the intro. Yeah. It's a great intro. It's a really good intro. I put a lot of work into that intro. Yeah. I put a lot of work into it, right? When you've watched it, you can go watch it, come back. It's about 30 seconds of intro. I foleyed in helicopter sound effects, panning across and Dopplering as they went. I've got authentic sounding radio communication. I've got all of that caper. It's got a comedy bleep. It's got all the magic in it. Yeah. Shame the game's a bit poor. Yeah. But hey. Yeah. That's where Steggs went, you know. He went to go and work on Jurassics for Frontier because he really likes dinosaurs. It's a fact. Yeah. He's not there anymore. He hasn't been there for a few years now. I don't know where he is now, but he's off doing the same thing somewhere else for some other people. That much is true. Look, if you're going to complain about me doing mountainous straight line tunnels, go ahead. Yeah. All right, what's next? You'd like to see my guide to Satisfactory? Why? I'm not. See, I don't play it like other people. Because strictly speaking, the other people playing it who are getting, you know, a decent amount of traction on the tube are, that's a nice bit of road. Yeah, you've done it before. I know, I've done all of it before. All of these things I have done before. There is nothing new I can do in this game. What were you saying? Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know. What was the last thing I read? Oh, yeah, no, Satisfactory. I don't play like other people. Because I'm halfway between competent tycoon player, competent kind of design builder, and that's about it. Yeah. And pithy commentator, right? So I've got kind of 3 strands but with none of them being, you know, S tier. I've got 3 strands that are all like, you know, B plus, better than the average, and so I could give you rudimentary tips, but they would be rudimentary. Other people will have given far more useful tips to follow. So my tips would be, I could give you pretty good building tips, but other people would do it better. And the only thing that would set mine aside in any way at all would be the off-script asides that I also threw in there. Right, next. 007 First Light. That sounds like an action-adventure game. Not going to happen. Factorio. You're very funny, Michael. Bongolia sales again. It will do when the expansion's out. Yeah. Or getting the new characters set in for the new banner laws. Yeah. The jankiest management sims you can find. Tricky. It's actually tricky. I do have one of my supercut videos that is a management game coming up soon. I say soon, when I get round to it. And the devs have been really sweet about it. They've been begging me to play it. Well, no, they haven't. They have been robustly and heroically requesting that I cover their game for the past 2 years. And I've said, oh yeah, that'll fit really well with this new idea that I've got for how to make videos that people will like. Haven't so far got round to it, but the good news is, yes, it still fits the model. More than that, it fits several models, and therefore it will be covered. And no, I'm not telling you what it is. But what I do know is that those of you who are familiar with the game will go, oh yeah, this is the stuff. Oh, why? Oh, this is going to be great. That's what you're going to say. But it'll be one video, so you'll stop saying it quite quickly and go, oh, can you make it into a series? And I'll say, no. The whole point is that we're not making it into a series. What are you collisioning with? What have you got? Everything by the looks of it. This wiggly road. There's only two bits of wiggly road. It shouldn't be. We're tunnelled here. Why are you giving me trouble? There isn't anything else in a tunnel there, is there? Nope. Huh. Okay. Knock out this bit of road and put it back in again? I reckon. Okay, right. Try it again. There you go. Hey! Super. Right, and then put the double track in. The double track will make sense, I heartily assure you. You could actually do a 2-track station there. That would make some sense. Yeah. You're all going, what's he going? Why is he gone one platform? Why is he gone terminal with that? Trust me, I've got it in my head, and when it'll give me something to talk about when I start putting the route in. But no, we will go 2-track on this. There you go. Right, knock that out because I'm not sure that will have connected perfectly. Put it back in again. Right. Points and signals. Signals and points we will be doing when we start looking at it before knocking the route in. Okay, right. Next stop is Twin Peakso. No, next stop is put the road back in so that they stop screaming. Well, I think the only people screaming are the ones you ran over with a bulldozer. Well, I don't say they knew the risks. You always say they knew the risks. I have said that a few times, yeah. Can we get a cheeky bridge over here? No. Fine, then we'll work our way around this way and we'll go over the top of that cheeky tunnel. Thus. Sure. Maybe not quite as thus. All right, about that. one more notch upwards. There you go. Right, and then nuke this back a bit. I'll catch up with the chat in a moment. It won't be a tick. I do want to. I want to give you the time and attention that your suggestions richly deserve, and they do richly deserve. I'm not being sarcastic. I know everything I say sounds sarcastic. I can't help that. It's because I'm sarcastic a lot of the time. Right, you happy again? The lozenge of is unlit. Smooth. Right, let's do a couple more of these. So, jankiest management sim is tricky because janky management sims tend to be janky because they've got no graphics. Unlike janky simulators, where the graphics are janky, the physics are janky, the gameplay is non-existent. Video coming on that. Open XCOM, no. I did 2 very good XCOM videos and they took a long time to make and absolutely nobody watched them. You'd like to see me take a shot at Paralives? Potentially. I need to see a little bit more about it. Because I've already done Shady Palms. I've done it. I've got it established. I need to edit it, but I've got it established. And whether I do any more rather depends on your response to that when I've done it. Multiplayer Minecraft revival? No. Foundry. I'm pretty sure I've seen Foundry. Isn't Foundry just like another factory game? Right. The failure cascade in Hitman. Maybe. That would be very off-piste, but I could potentially make it work. Well, you think there should be a crossover between City Skylines and transport simulations of Transport Fever. That would be an ideal game. So what? A city builder with robust transport network building, or robust transport network building with robust city doing? Oh, apparently I've run out of memory. I can't display YouTube anymore. Your comments are just, there we go, we're back again. Why have you run out of memory? I shouldn't be leaking from Transport Fever. That might be your recording software, though. Oh, no. Let's have a look. Please hold. It's all right. A quick F5 seemed to get it back in action again. I've got loads of memory spare. I've got loads of GPU spare. I've got loads of CPU spare. Right. Then stop it. Right. My apologies. No, the whole system just broke down. Let's skim through the suggestions that you've made. No, you've lost a bunch. Oh no. Right, I lost a bunch there. So we got Quarantine Zone, the last check. I don't know that. I'll have to look at it. Rimworld, yeah. Lens Island. Don't know it. Can we have a close intercity rural tramway? We'll have a tramway next to the airport in a moment. I'm going to hook that up with there. Founder's Fortune with Dozaverse character. No, done Founder's Fortune. My Summer Car, no, I hated it. It wasn't fun. I need to have fun. Even if it's a deliberately janky game, I need to be able to enjoy it. Otherwise, why are we even here? World of Tanks, no. It wouldn't be fun to watch. I can assure you. Play Atari Classics, nope. Some don't even. I don't even dignify some of them with a response. Mind Over Magic. I've played a lot of Mind Over Magic. There is one final episode of Mind Over Magic to come. Oh, from Clay. It's not from Clay. Clay didn't do Mind Over Magic because Clay do the graphics that I won't play any game that look like that. Yeah. Marcus has chucked 50 crowns into the bucket. Thank you, Marcus. You thought TF2 was finished and done for. This is the finished and done for stream. Hollywood Animal has a lot of story. Right. Okay. I guess I missed all of the Noble Fate since it's been updated a bunch. Tough. No, we don't go backwards, Super 8. Only forwards. The only way is forwards. We do not go backwards. Republic of the Workers build the Soviet... No, Soviet Republic. No. No. Because the comments were all horrible for that. Not all of them, but quite a lot. Why not Derail Valley anymore? Rewind the video by 15 minutes and you'll have a full answer that makes a lot of sense. Would I be up to recreating the 4-up challenges? Only if they're paying me. Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah. You know what I might do, though? I might do a 4-up challenge in a different game. I mean, I noticed that they've actually tried to do 4-up challenges since I left and just discovered that actually the magic has gone. Because I'm the magic. Good. Can I add rage quit snapping in TPF3? Yeah. Is War Sales releasing as scheduled? Don't know. Will I be doing vids on the tech side of TF3, the engine and so forth? Might be. Go back to Shady Palms. Depends how you respond to it. Quartermaster has been a member for 47 long. I'm almost back up to date. Long time no see. How's the new gig? It's good. There you go. Did I ever play that crime scene cleaner sim? I did. Yes. It's not video worthy. What about Roadcraft? I answered that 5 minutes ago. Sea of Thieves 2025 edition. Nope, go and check the videos I've already made. Yeah. Never go back. Minecraft with immersive engineering, immersive railroad mods. Already done it. Check the videos. Yeah. June Awakening. I spoke about that about an hour and a half ago. Go watch that. Subnautica. No. There we are. Good. Right. That's all your suggestions burning in flames at the side of the road. Simrail over my dead body. Yeah. There you go. That was easy. Why? And what? Stop being mean. Sorry, I'm getting a bit warm. And it's making me irascible. Simrail looks like the least fun you could have. Yeah. City of Heroes. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Am I really chatting? No, I was catching up, Reaper. I'm back up to date. Stormworks. Only if they pay me. Actually, no. I've missed the boat with Stormworks. I was considering playing it. Then I worked for the publisher, and I had a bad time working at the publisher, and so I didn't cover it. And then since working there, the Stormworks audience has exploded. So I would have been in too early. So I missed out on that. Yeah. Lens Island is like V-Rising, but better. Yeah. How do I feel about Spaceballs 2? I feel nothing about Spaceballs 2 because Spaceballs 1 was funny when I first saw it when I was about 14, 15. I can't remember what year it came out. I watched it the year it came out. And that's when it was funny. Watching it now, it's not funny. Not even slight. And that's a problem that a lot of Mel Brooks movies have, is they're actually just not funny. He has a very specific sense of humour, and it's incredibly puerile, which is why it works for teenage boys, but it doesn't work after that. Yeah, it's not funny. It's not. No. So how do I feel about Spaceballs 2? I don't know. Is Mel Brooks doing it? Because if so, it won't be funny. It'll be incredibly puerile. Oh, and it'll use a lot of the jokes it used in the first one for the recognition gag effect. Yeah. Now, it could be because as I got older, my sense of humour became more sophisticated. Because I was no longer a child. But no. It's like Robin Hood Men in Tights, right? There's one good gag in that, and it's not even very good. And that is the, unlike some Robin Hoods, at least I speak with a British accent, because that's a direct pop at Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. But you see how you're not laughing at that? That's as good as the gags get. Yeah, Viscera cleanup detail. That I picked up Viscera cleanup detail when it was brand new, thinking this will make a good video. Stegs, do you want to do this? Stegs did not want to do that, but Stegs is going to be a really good video. Stegs wasn't. He didn't fancy it, and that was what happened with Viscera cleanup detail. Played Truckers multiplayer for Euro Truck Simulator. Why? Why? I mean, I've got no problem with Euro Truck Simulator, but why would I ruin my experience by adding other people into it? It's pretty simple. Yeah. Yeah. It can be. Have I seen Blazing Saddles? I have seen Blazing Saddles. I think that scene around the campfire where all of the cowboys are farting a lot, I think that is so inspired. My goodness me, it's so funny. The prosecution rests. Yeah. I said it was puerile and aimed at teenage boys. Yes, sir. And also, it didn't have... they didn't know how to finish the film. Yeah. Yeah. Playing alone could get boring after some time. Yes, it can. That's why I don't cover it anymore. Yeah. Good. What's Over the Hill? I don't know what is Over the Hill. That's another one I don't know. I've completely lost my bearings here. I'm trying to build a railway line here while holding down a conversation that is causing me to have to think more than I usually do, and that's probably why this is a bit wonky. That big gouge there. That's your airline takeoff route. Yeah, the producers is excellent. Mel Brooks was at his peak in the 70s, quite possibly. Stellaris. There may be another Fail Brigade Stellaris stream, but by all means, go back and watch one of the existing ones. High Anxiety. I've seen it, but I have no memory of any of it. Doesn't it? Because fundamentally it's a parody of all the Hitchcock movies, and there is a scene where all of the birds poo all over one of the people. I seem to recall. That's the only thing I can remember about it, and sort of the theme tune. Wasn't the theme tune a song called High Anxiety? Can't remember. Yeah. Young Frankenstein. No, I didn't enjoy Young Frankenstein. Didn't enjoy Young Frankenstein. Look, it's fine. If you like those films, great. What I'm saying is they leave me a little bit cold because they don't respect my level of sophistication. Oh, you're so clever. Yeah, I know. But you're going to have to work. I mean, I love slapstick. Well-timed slapstick is, and well-executed slapstick is brilliant. But you're not going to make me laugh with a fart gag unless it's really clever. It's like both Ted and Ted 2. Very puerile movies. I watched Ted on an aeroplane going to Los Angeles when it came out originally, and everyone else on the plane was asleep, and I was laughing my face off repeatedly. The names of the different strands of weed that they're smoking, that is my sense of humour 100%. It's like one is, one of the strains is called They're Coming, which makes you a little bit paranoid. And the last one is This Is Permanent, which I thought, that is very, very funny. Very funny. And when Sam Jones turns up halfway through, after they've been banging on about Flash Gordon, I very nearly died on that aeroplane. The second one, nowhere near as funny. Nowhere near as funny. Good. Right, Binnacle. You can probably describe Over the Hill as cozy mud runner. I will give it consideration. I'll give it a look. Yeah. You've always played Transport Fever 2 Pirate, but now you're able to buy it. Is it getting updates or nothing anymore since they're releasing Transport Fever 3? Well, it's nice that you're going to pay for it. Thanks for that. It helps support the company who make it, because obviously they didn't make it to just give it away. No, because you see, all the people who worked on it, they have to get salaries. And those salaries are funded at this independent company that doesn't have a major publisher behind it. That's funded by people buying the game. Now, it's unfortunate if you can't afford to buy the game. I sympathise greatly, but I can't afford a Ferrari. So the upshot of what happens there is I don't drive a Ferrari because I can't afford it. It sucks. If I were to, put some effort in, I'd probably be able to save up the $100,000 necessary to buy a Ferrari. But what I can do is I can work hard enough to earn the £6 in a Steam sale enough to buy a video game. So, is it getting updates anymore? This 6-year-old game that is discounted by an amazing amount in every single Steam sale? No, because it's 6 years old and there's a new game coming. Yeah. It might... Yeah. So, there you are. Good. Right. There's that. So, go out and buy it next time it's in the Steam sale. If you've played it for I don't know how long you've played it for. 5 hours? If you've only played it for 5 hours, you can say, I was just demoing it. If you played it for 10 hours, then you should start to feel a bit guilty about ripping off an independent company. You're not nicking it off EA. You're not nicking it off Sony. You're nicking it off a company that's got 14 people working for it, or did at the time. Right? Rip off the big guys. Okay, that's one thing. That bridge is horrible. It's not finished yet. I haven't finished it yet. Look, see this? Hold on, it's going to still go further downhill. Yeah. No, you see, the one thing you shouldn't do is bring up how legitimate it is to pirate games to someone who works in the games industry. You're not going to get a charitable response. You're going to get one that says, thanks for your support. There. Yeah. Especially since it can be had for peanuts in the Steam sale. You can justify it however you like. But I'm not giving you any sympathy. No. Right. Anyway, right. Good. Let's try and build this properly, shall we? What are you trying to do at the moment? Well, I'm trying to build the station approach at Twin Peaks in such a way as makes it work. Yeah. Is it going to work? Because that slope is not ideal. Where are we coming out of? There's the Citadel, so I'm going to branch out of the Citadel there, so there'll be a Y junction that I'll probably need to do some engineering on. Tricky one. What's interesting is this ridge line here might make for quite a good run. If I aim for, we are ending up in Arakeen. There's no reason not to end up in Twin Peaks though, except of course we need to go to Metropolis. Oh wow, I have bitten off way more than I can chew here. Sorry Jeffy, I just don't want cat hair up my schnoz again. When you finish shedding, come and say hello. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to call this stream done and we'll finish it next week. I don't want to rush it. That's all. I just don't want to. I don't want to rush it. It would feel cheap to rush it. Yeah. And I'm already rushing it, and I allowed myself to get distracted by conversation. You know. Either way, here's what I'm thinking. Right, so here's the rail line that we've got. Now, the rail line that's going to head out towards, I keep forgetting, Twin Peaks, is going to branch here somewhere and ideally skirt. But I think we can cheeky tunnel, cheeky bridge, cheeky tunnel, cheeky bridge, cheeky tunnel, cheeky bridge, cheeky tunnel, bridgey round the side of the canyon, kind of an effect, end up over here, not over there where I put it, over here maybe. And yeah, and then you could work your way around, join up with this bit of rail maybe, but you'd want to go that side. This bit of rail here going into Arakeen, rocket along there, so put a station in there. I'm going to even put the station in now so that I don't forget. That's what I had in mind. Might move it a little bit, but that's what I had in mind. And then it's just motoring to Metropolis. So we would go around. You want to stay above ground as much as possible. That's a heck of a lot of trees. And then all the way up to here. Although, saying that, if I were to follow this down here, you've got a big drop off. Yeah, but I could do a bridge followed by continued drop off. That might work. I don't know. But I'd like to spend a little bit more time on it. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's have a look and see if that plane is doing anything. Take me to New Bongo. Okay. Plank. Nothing coming back, which rather suggests that there is no steel as of yet. That's unfortunate, because if there's no steel by now, there should have been. If steel were going to come this way, we would have seen it. Okay, follow the train line back. As far as here, there is no steel waiting here. Okay, so follow the ongoing service, the transition. There is no steel waiting here. Okay. So then do mixed freight. Yeah. Okay. That's the cargo it's got on there at the moment. There's no steel on the train. It's not a great sign, but it could just be that there's a big queue of stuff that needs to come up. There's lots of steel at this station. Right, so the mixed freight, Findus, mixed freight. There's steel. There is steel waiting. Okay, it's all good. You don't think the rail station is in range to talk to the airport? It's not, Swinney. There's a truck shuttle that's doing the work. There's 144 steel waiting to come up there, but there's a lot of lumber in the queue ahead of it. Now, the only way to fix that, and I'm pretty sure it is this route that gets stuck queuing. It's the only one that really does, although this queue going on here has the look of a little bit of permanence about it. Don't tell me you're trying to go up there, aren't you? Where are you heading? Yep. Okay. Yeah. I get why you can't move. What about you there, Beefcake? You're trying to get in, and then you've got 67 here. This'll all work as soon as things start moving. Oh, hold on. Why are you stuck? Are you the name for my paint? Yep, because you're blocking that junction. And you're going to try and go through that junction, even though you can pick any one of a million different platforms. Okay. Yeah. Do you think this will uncork itself? Well, okay, what are you stuck behind? You're stuck behind this one. You can't move. All right, we've got a perma block, I think. Has it gridlocked? It certainly looks like it has. Up tempo. All right, we can fix this. Yeah, we can up the tempo on this. I got no problems. Yeah. Good for you. I don't know what you're waiting for. You're probably waiting to come down some weird flipping alternate line. Okay, well, we can stick another signal in and shovel it all forward a little bit further. Oh, I love doing this. This is great fun. What do you want? I'll take that one, please. Okay. Hold on, has it gone? Or has it just disappeared because I pulled the menu up? It disappeared because you pulled the menu up. Okay. That's about there. Anything? Nope, you're still in the junction. Okay. I got no problems. Yeah. Have a cookie. It is all smoothed out. This works absolutely fine. The problems have all come about because I've needed more capacity. So I've increased the length of track. You can see I've played the same trick there, putting another I've done it, and there, putting in extra signals. Love it. That's fantastic. Right, you can't move because you need that junction right there. Now, I could put a signal in closer to that junction, which would fix this problem, but I'd then have to delete the signal because that's very naughty. It's blocking all kinds of... Actually, the only points it's blocking are the ones that go to the depot. That might actually be okay. The question is, has it done the job? Felt like it might be far enough. Can you go any further than that? No, because you need to. You definitely need that one clear. Okay. Any movement? No. How much further? And that much? Okay. What else can we move? Sliding cat puzzles. I love them. I don't think. I mean, this is the train you move. Made the trains too long. That can't move any further forward, can it? You can cheat. If I put a signal in there now, the train will probably go through the junction and everything will uncork. Oh no, no, there is a space. Okay. It wasn't. Okay, alright, fine. Is this one train? Nope, there's another one behind. Oh, hold on. We're not scuppered. Nobody is scuppered here. It's all good. Right, which track are we on? We're on this track here. Right, yeah. Stick one in about there, and that'll probably do it. It doesn't get much clearer than that, Bob. Now what's your problem? I've just cleared you about 1 million miles of space. As someone else jacked his platform. No, there we go. He's moving. Right. Okay. Good. Super. Super. Check the consumers at the steel mills. No. 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 It's all good. You want an opinion on the state of the game? It's a really good game. If it wasn't a really good game, I wouldn't be working on it. So, yeah, if I didn't like Transport Fever, I wouldn't have made multi-hundred videos on the topic. I wouldn't have played the series for close to 1,000 hours, and I wouldn't have accepted a job to go and work for the studio. So, it's a terrific game, well worth your money. Yeah, I'm not sure. To be fair, I don't know which country you're in. You might be in Malaysia or somewhere like that where the basic wage is awful, and that as a child the only thing you can do is get a job making sneakers, which if you're lucky you'll get $1 a fortnight. But if you're in the Western Hemisphere, a paper route for a day would earn you enough to be able to buy a game like this that's been out for this long. Shorten the trains, you heretic. No, I could check the consumers, yeah, but I don't need to check the consumers. How many hours do I have on Transport Fever? Transport Fever 1, I've got 900 hours. Transport Fever 2, I've got about 700. Train Fever, I've got another 400. There you go. Transport Fever 3, I've got about... I was exaggerating for effect, Jason. Yeah. Maybe callous exaggeration on my part. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay, right. Well, there you go. That's fixed it. Super. And we've definitely got steel that is flying this way, and it shouldn't have... Why are you now waiting? Come on, you've got a go signal, son. Oh my giddy up! Everyone's trying to get through here. Yeah. Okay. Give me max tempo. Let's see it all hustling. Yeah. No. Transport Fever 2 is great. If you enjoy the game already, I thought you said you'd already nicked it. Anyway, if you've already nicked it, you already know if it's good. Because that's the only justification that carries any water at all, is they didn't release a demo and I wanted to try it before buying it. You don't have the right to play these things. It's not a human right to play things that people have had to work on in order to make. They've made it so that they can be employed making the thing. Not just so you can rip it off. There are plenty of free games out there. Go and play one of them. Maybe Fortnite is more your speed. Roblox has got a lot of halfway decent management and simulator things, and they're free. Yeah, and I'm not even joking. Some of them are pretty good. You got 2,500 hours on Transport Fever 2. Brilliant. Oh no, I can totally understand why the number of hours you get sunk into the game is sizable. Totally understand it. But my gaming attention is spread so far and wide that I mix it around. And plus, when I'm recording a series, the active save, if I'm not recording it, I don't play it, because I get loads of complaints, justifiable complaints, when the game has moved forward by 15 hours when the next episode rolls around. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's uncorked again. It will get stuck again. It will get stuck again. And actually, I think there is one train that if I changed the platforms it was allowed to stop at, it would resolve most of that cork stuck in bottle. issuing. The interesting thing, because I've watched this junction for a little while previously, and what tends to happen is that you'll have a bunch of trains queued up trying to get in, and then eventually they'll clear, and then you'll have a bunch of trains trying to get out, and eventually they'll clear. So there's kind of a tide comes in, tide goes back out again effect. You remember the roller coaster series, which was fun to watch? That's Planet Coaster. I am going to do a Planet Coaster 2 series at some point. I have a great concept for it that should be a lot of fun. I just need to get back into the flow of making things on a routine basis, but I'm kind of stuck with what are you stuck with? Editing at the moment. It's all editing all the time, and that's quite, it can be quite draining because it's not as engaging as playing the game. It's because you go so slowly, because you have to wait for things to mid-render and all of that kind of thing. Would a goods loop work better? Yeah, probably. Where do you want the loop bit? Have you not been watching this series, T-Bone? I'm sure you have. We've discussed this before. This is built. It's done. There's nothing more I can do with it. There's a river there, and we use it. Right. Anyway, good. Right, that's that fixed. Next week will be the last one. Last Transport Fever on this channel next week. Do tune in for that. I'm sure it will be fun. And I will try and remain focused for that video. There's the mixed freight. No steel. Bum. But the backlog won't have shifted any faster. No. I might need a dedicated steel carriage on it. Steel wagon, I guess. You've still got some waiting though, right? Yep, but so much lumber. Right, thank you very much for watching. I'm back on Tuesday with Electro Sports, and then there will be a video at some point, but there will be a backers video before that point. So that's good. And reduced will be this week as well. Have yourselves a pleasant old week there. Thanks for tuning in today. Sorry I took a bit of a snarky turn. It's the weather. I get hot. And when I get hot, I get irascible, which is not exactly ideal. Yeah, irascible doesn't make me the most genteel of communicators. See, look, you've been waiting so long. The trucks have all built up as well. You let your traffic back up. Yeah. All right, good. Thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you soon. Have a pleasant rest of your weekend. There you go. I've got to press this button. Cheerio.